Partner, you called it. I don't know if you're good luck, but
That is the way to start off the season, Bowling Green. What's up, everybody? I'm Wes Moore, Joe Franklin with you. It is Out of Bounds. Glad you're with us on this Friday. High school football Friday, college football tonight and tomorrow. Got the big Auburn-Baylor game tonight on Fox. Ready for that? Lots of games last night. Had a great high school football game last night, Joe.
Oh, yeah, it was high scoring and a one-point game.
I was watching that pretty much the whole time. Every time I looked up, somebody was scoring, either Maumelle or Sylvan Hills. Back and forth they went, tied at the half, and it was just like a scoring fest. And if you got a defensive stop, it was huge. And the defensive stop turned out to be the play of the game. Maumelle scores, I think there were 5 seconds left in the game. They could have kicked the extra point for the tie. They go for two. I think they had missed it. I know they missed at least one extra point. I don't know how many they missed. And so I thought it was a great decision by Coach Maupin. No second guessing for me. I think you go for two in the win. And Sylvan Hills comes up with the controversial defensive stop. It was the 2-point conversion. There was a hit at the goal line. And it was a tough position for the official to be on the sideline judge because there were so many players in between him and the ball, and you couldn't really see if the ball ever crossed the plane. But the hits, I say combined hits, caused the player to fumble. And the ball rolled into the end zone, but no one saw it. Maumelle recovered the ball in the end zone. Very crazy end to the game, but Sylvan Hills gets credit for the stop and credit for the win. Congratulations to Coach Kelly. Congratulations to Sylvan Hills. It stops a 20-game losing streak. 0-10 last year, 0-10 the year before. They won the last game of the 22 season, so they lost 20 in a row, and those players celebrated like they had won a title, and I don't blame them. It had to be a great feeling to walk off that field for the first time for a lot of them. Now, they never won a game. Think about that. A lot of those players had never won a game.
High school does have some reviews. Is that only for playoffs?
State championship game.
Only the championship game.
State championship game. And, very few games are televised where you have multiple angles. A lot of games are streamed, and you just got that one angle. So there's nothing that the officials can look at, and they can't do that. Not every game is streamed, so you can't implement that statewide. But this was just it happened to be a game that Fearless Friday was doing on Arkansas CW and several different camera angles. And unfortunately, there's not that side angle, that you can say, oh, the ball definitely crossed the goal line, like we have in a state championship game. I never saw that angle last night. But there was a end zone angle where you see the hit. You can't tell where the ball is when he's hit, but you see the fumble, and there are no knees, nothing down the ground, and the ball falls straight down, it appears, and lands on the goal line and rolls into the end zone, and one of the Maumelle players recover the ball. But then,
So at that point, though, you can't advance it because it's in the game situation.
Well, that's a good question. But with the ball landing in the end zone and you recover it in the end zone, I would think Maumelle would get the credit. If they saw it, Maumelle would get credit for recovering the fumble in the end zone. 2-point conversion's good. They win the game.
Right.
Or there's 5 seconds left. Still anything could happen. But wasn't seen. Call on the field stands. Call on the field was. He was stopped short of the goal line. Sylvan Hills wins.
How did they not see the recovery, though?
I don't know. I'm not sure. And, the best thing about it, and I said this last night to some coworkers, it's a non-conference game. Yeah, it sucks to lose a game, but I know it's a teachable moment for Coach Mop, for his team, because they didn't play well enough at times. They made mistakes. And I know he feels and the team feels like we should have won the game and not had to have it come down to that last play. So it's a moment, teachable moment to make Maumelle better through the regular year. And for Sylvan Hills, it is a fantastic start and an end to a bad losing streak. So I was trying to find the positives out of it, and it sucks, the way it ended, but it was a great ball game. It was. It really, truly was a great high school football game, very entertaining. I was able to focus more attention on it than the UCA game, unfortunately. I was watching UCA in Missouri on my computer and the Arkansas CW game on my television on the wall in the sports office, and quickly got out of hand. Missouri jumped out to the big lead and just kept piling on the points. Got a pick 6 at the end of the game to make it 61-0, and then the Bears get a touchdown late and make it 61-6. I thought I was a little surprised. I thought offensively the Bears would be able to score more, do more, but they just couldn't get much of an offense going. They played pretty, until the fourth quarter. They had 2 turnovers, but they were playing. Announcer's jinx. I'm watching it, and he's like, you got to give the Bears credit. The Bears have played a clean game, no turnovers. I mean, right at that time, instantly fumble recovered by Missouri. And they laughed about it. So, man, I apologize. I'm sorry. The announcer's jinx. Conway, I am sorry. I just jinxed the Bears. There's their first turnover.
How about the plan that both teams, they were going to play 2 quarterbacks. UCA was thrown out before the game even kicks off. And then Missouri, early in the game, their quarterback gets hurt. So now you're left with 1 quarterback.
1 quarterback. Yeah. And maybe Missouri might have found their quarterback. I thought he played well. Prabula? I think that's how you say it.
That's close, if not it, for sure.
He played well. He made some good throws, and he is obviously an athletic quarterback and can run around, use his legs. He had it was kind of I think it was the straw that broke the camel's back. UCA put some pressure on him around midfield. Looked like they might have had him bottled in for a sack, steps up, avoids the pressure, and gets past the wave of the front 7, and he took off and took it to the house.
Oh, he had to run backwards before he found any space.
It was an impressive play, but Missouri gets off to a good start, winning 61-6 over UCA. And now we turn the page and we start all over again tonight because we got a loaded Friday night high school football, great rivalry games all over the state. Of course, the big rivalry game with Benton and Bryant, the Salt Bowl. But there were plenty of other rivalries going on around the state and just really good games for week 1 of the high school football season. Fearless Friday, my last show ever at Fox 16 tonight, following the Baylor and Auburn game.
Got a feeling they'll call you back at some point
10:45
for a guest appearance.
For a guest appearance, I don't know. 10:45 or so, I'm guessing. 10:30 is when they're slotted to start us. But you know how college football is. It usually is a 3.5-hour game, a little post game. But Fearless Friday starts as soon as they sign off. No news or anything tonight. We're going football to Fearless Friday and keeping that football crowd. And I hope you can join us for that. It'll be a very special one for me, and I'm excited to wrap up the Fox 16 career tonight with Fearless Friday. And then you got college football games also tonight, 17 of them last night. We got one more clip. Bowling Green, we had the kickoff return for a touchdown we played for you. South Florida, Boise State.
Fake! He's got him! What a call! Singleton! Balls! Touchdown!
35-7, your final in that one?
Yeah, that was a big-time upset. We talk about upsets that happen. It's a big upset. Even though South Florida, they were the home team, a lot of expectations for Boise State coming in. They were favored, and it wasn't even a game.
Well, Boise State scored first, right? It was 7-0.
Mm-hmm.
So they scored 35 straight points?
Yes, dominated.
Yeah. Good job, South Florida. And look, we're going to get to a lot of Razorback coverage today and talking Alabama A&M and other college games. But, the big story yesterday, and it's funny, Joe, how stuff is happening. There was a day last week where we talked about the discussion of the SEC going to a 9-game conference schedule. 4:01, the press release came out. I was like, we talked about that all day, and then you want to put out the press release making it official at 4:01? Yesterday we talked about Micah Parsons, Cowboys, open to the possibility of a trade. What time did the trade happen? Was it 4:01?
It was shortly after, yeah. It was quick, right after the show.
I left the show. I took a business call, drove from here to the TV station, which is 5 minutes, and I get out of the car, get off the phone call, and I look down, and I missed a call from Joe. And I get on the elevator, and I'm going up, and I called Joe back. And I guess I missed you, and you called me right back.
Right.
And I'm walking in the office, and Joe breaks the news to me that Micah Parsons had been traded. I didn't believe you. I thought you were messing with me. I thought you were just, having fun. And I sit down on my computer, pop on Twitter, and there it is.
See it all.
I'm like, oh, my God, this
just
really
happened.
Just a long
thread. Yeah, and actually, Randy Rainwater, they got the news, Drive Time Sports, and they talked about it right as it was happening. So, and he's on the other side of it. He's a Packers fan.
Good for him.
So you had both parties there where you got the news from the Cowboys side, he got the news from Packers side.
I'm better today. I was just absolutely sick yesterday. I like Micah Parsons as a player a lot.
You like
him,
Micah or you like Michael? Which one?
Micah. And I like him as a person. I mean, he was one of those. They were asking him to take a leadership role this year, and I thought he was going to be a good leader for the defense. They lost some of their veterans, and I honestly thought they would find a way to get it done. Then when I saw the amount of money he signed for, I understood. I still don't like it, but I understand. You can't afford to pay him $47 million a year, and Dak $60, and CeeDee Lamb $33. Is it 33 for CD?
Yeah, and the deal that they tried to get in place that Jerry talked about, he thought they had a deal, was around the same as what T.J. Watt just set the bar for, $40.5 million, or TJ is actually like $41 million.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they thought they had a deal for. At least Jerry thought they had a deal for. And to talk about going from there to add another $6.5 million on top of that per year, that is, you just made the market explode.
Yeah. But my thinking is, if you'd have taken care of business probably like 2 years ago, like Micah said, it wouldn't ever come to this. Their argument is, well, we were trying to take care of Dak and CeeDee Lamb first.
If you
would have stayed on it the whole time, signed Dak a little early, signed CD a little early, Mike a little, then it just helps the dominoes fall, and so you can get to these deals quicker. Don't wait to the last minute, and this kind of stuff happens when you wait till the last minute.
What you have to do, though, because it is a domino effect, like you mentioned, they didn't sign the other players early, then Micah did get pushed back. And he even mentioned maybe last year that when they were talking about his possible signing his contract, he's like, well, Dak is up first, CD needs to get his, and then so he understood the business part of it, because you can't sign all those contracts in the same year, because now down the line you're really going to be up against it. You have to stack those contracts year by year, and that's what they tried to do. They got Dak signed, they got CD signed. Next up was Micah, and so they had the right plan for it. It was just that when you wait, now it just kind of lingers on.
Yeah, I wish they would have signed Dak a year early, CD a year earlier, Micah last year. So then, yes, it's still stacked, and then you may get a little bit of a discount. Like Micah talked about, that he was willing to take less if they'd have done the deal a little earlier. But instead, everything gets pushed back to the very last minute, and you get no discounts, and then you end up risking something like this happening, and he gets a huge offer. So I'm happy for him. You know, the Cowboys in return, I thought they would get more in return, more draft picks, but 2 first-round picks and a defensive tackle that they sorely need, by the way. I think that's overlooked by most Cowboy fans, that the instant impact to have a defensive tackle that is a Pro Bowl guy that can stop the run, that can even put some pressure on the quarterback, who has proven over his career he plays. He's very rarely hurt.
Oh, here
knock
we go.
On wood.
Here we go. With the criticism of Micah Parsons after the fact.
Oh, I didn't say no. That was not a shot at Micah Parsons.
But that's kind of what Jerry was mentioning about how there's been times that he hasn't been available, and he even said the same thing about Dak, who is still on the team and the leader of the team.
That's the scary thing about giving one guy that much money, because all it takes is one play and you're in a lot of trouble. And especially at his position, defensive end rush linebacker, that has so much contact. But the same can be said at wide receiver in the shots that they take, although it is a lot less now. And quarterbacks, they protect the quarterback. But we still see quarterbacks getting hurt, and it's the risk you take. But all right, let's hear from Jerry Jones.
This is for Jerry and obviously Stephen. Why did you decide to trade Micah Parsons?
Well, without being too broad, obviously, we did think it was in the best interest of our organization, not only the future, but right now, this season as well. We've gained a Pro Bowl player. We've gained a Pro Bowl player in an area that we had big concerns in on the inside of our defense. Let me go beyond your question. First of all, I want to tell you that I really like Micah. I appreciate the 4 years that we've had him here, and he's a great player. And so we are very appreciative of the fact that he's a great player. There's no question that I could have signed him in April. And so we all know that to have agreements, all parties have to agree. But this was by design. I did make Mike an offer. It wasn't acceptable, and I honor the fact that it wasn't done in the way that he wanted to do it through an agent. So he was made an offer. There's not an ounce of vindictiveness. There's no bad feelings on my part about the fact that we didn't come together on an agreement. The facts are, and we'll cover it, I'm sure, with many of your questions, but the facts are specifically we need to stop the run. And we haven't been able to stop the run at key times for several years. And when you have the kind of extraordinary pass rush that Michael had, then the way to mitigate that pass rush is to run at you. If the pass rush doesn't get you ahead pretty big time, and you're playing even or behind, then you've really got a problem in stopping the run.
Good point. Still sucks that Micah Parsons gone. It does. As a fan, it sucks, and I'm going to hate it when he comes back at the end of September with Green Bay and plays Dallas at AT&T Stadium.
Week 4. That's right around the corner.
It's going to look weird seeing him next week in a Packers uniform. Now, even though they should be better at stopping the run, who's going to put pressure on the quarterback? They have to have some guys step up. Sam Williams, looking at you, got off to a great start, looked very promising out of Ole Miss defensive end. Coming back from ACL, got to get him into form. Find a pass rush somewhere to get after the quarterback, because you can count on Micah Parsons single-handedly providing that pass rush. Game in and game out.
Yeah, and we know that Jerry has a close connection with a lot of players, and he may have mistakenly said Michael because he has a close connection with Michael Irvin over the years. Michael Irvin, he had some comments about, like many people, about this trade, because this is being talked about by everyone everywhere at all times since it happened. And Michael Irvin basically said that he should have stepped in and maybe had some conversations with Jerry to say, let's do whatever it takes to get this done, and we cannot trade this guy. We can't allow that to happen. But and he's someone that Jerry would listen to.
No doubt.
And so he's kind of second-guessing the fact that he'd never had any conversations with Jerry.
Watching the Netflix special on the Cowboys, it's very evident the relationship still to this day that Jerry, and the feelings he has for Michael, Troy, and Emmett. I mean, he trusts those guys. Oh, yeah, here it is. Jerry Jones making a little mistake.
The other thing that I would like to say is I firmly made a commitment to Michael this spring, Micah, and paid him, and to pay him. At that time.
He caught himself at least. Or did somebody go, Micah? Hey, we make mistakes. I make them all the time. We got to take a break. When we come back, Lee Sterling is going to join us, ParamountSports.com. He's got some picks for us this weekend. See if he can make us some money, right? Also coming up, 2:10, Steve Sullivan in the studio. 2:30, Neil Atkinson. 3:30, Joe and I are going to make our picks, our first picks for our weekly Pick'em contest. It's going to be a fun show, loaded show, just getting started. Glad you're with us. Hang out for a while. It's going to be 2.5 hours more of fun. It's Out of Bounds.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
This is SportsCenter.
Last night in college football, 25th-ranked Boise State fell to unranked South Florida 34-7. Central Arkansas lost to Missouri 61-6. Their next game will be against Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Conway next Saturday. Tonight, one SEC team will be in action. Auburn will travel to Waco to take on Baylor at 7 o'clock on Fox. Tomorrow, Arkansas gets their season kicked off hosting Alabama A&M at 3:15. TV coverage will be on the SEC Network. Radio coverage on The Buzz will start at 11 with the Hog Wild pregame show thanks to Mud Connections. Stay tuned after the game for the First Security fifth quarter postgame show. And Arkansas State plays tomorrow as well as they host Southeast Missouri at 6 o'clock. That game can be seen on ESPN+. Radio coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz too. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
We got the big deals at the Big Rock. Got the big deals at the Big Rock.
Hey Arkansas, it's Terry Harrison at the Big Lot, where you'll find the biggest selection, the biggest savings, and now you'll find Big Steve Landers.
That's right, Arkansas. I'm back in the car business at the Big Lot. Don't be confused. The real Steve Landers deals are at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram.
Come see me and Big Steve at the Big Lot, Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alco Road in Benton.
The Big Rock Benton.
All of this has brought you to this.
Welcome to Lazy Boy. Great to see you.
This Labor Day weekend, escape the hustle and bustle and relax in quiet comfort. It's Lazy Boy's Labor Day sale. It's hard work just getting ready for hard work. Time for you. Movies, streaming, sports, or just napping. One trip to Lazy Boy Home Furnishings can take you from this to this. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor, Shackelford Galleries of Little Rock. Long live the lazy.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale, up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
So Restaurant and Bar is open under new management. Original chef Joseph Salguero is back with a unique menu. So Restaurant and Bar has been around since 2006 in the heart of Little Rock's historic Hillcrest neighborhood on Kavanaugh Boulevard. Experience fine dining right in your backyard. They offer 3 separate event spaces or the ability to rent out the restaurant for any type of event or party, plus multiple catering options. View their menu, make reservations, or rent their event space at SoRestaurantAR.com. SoRestaurantAR.com.
A fun Friday edition of Morning Mayhem is in the books. I want to thank the folks out at Fletcher Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram, and Sherwood for hosting Roger and Baz. Also want to thank Dan Hampton, Danny West, RJ Hawk, Heather Baker, and Caden Kittler for joining the show today. The guys are back on Monday to recap a weekend full of football. They'll talk Hogs, they'll talk everything else around the country. It's all coming up 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Tuesday morning right here on 103.7 The Buzz.
Out of Bounds, live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio.
What up, y'all? Yeah, soundtrack, what's poppin', baby? Y'all ain't know, I go by the name of Lupe Fiasco, representing that 1st and 15. Yeah, And this one right here, I dedicate this one right here to all my homies out there grinding. You know what I'm saying?
Back at it. Glad to have a former Bobcat with us on the show. Lee Sterling, a proud Texas State alum and a Texan. Cowboys fan. Lee, we were just talking about Micah Parsons' trade. Quick thoughts. How you feel?
Brutal.
Yeah, me too.
Brutal. If you're a Cowboys fan. Yeah. I mean, the first-round picks late in the first round, what are they worth?
Yeah.
I mean, especially the way Jerry Jones is drafted, not too good. So you have maybe the best defensive player in the last 15, 20 years, and you trade him at age 25. I'm beside myself. I mean,
no, I'm right there with you.
As soon as I found that Super Bowl.
I'm getting Go Pack Go up here at the station. So.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you this. Fourth week of the season, that game in Dallas, Jerry's World.
Yeah.
If there's the total number of sacks is anything under 3 or less, I'm hammering the over for Micah Parsons.
Ryan, yeah. Insane. Max effort every play. All right, let's move on to better things, right? You want to do that, Lee?
Yep.
Okay.
Please.
Let me knock this one out of the way because Razorback fans always want to know. Huge line this week, Alabama A&M. Would you touch that?
Yeah, I can't even find much film. There's a couple of YouTubes, and I just week.
Mm-hmm. I think it's up to 46. Arkansas's favored by 46 right now.
You know, you also don't know when the team is going to call off the dogs. Yeah. So that's also one of the other reasons I rarely play games like that.
Good advice.
Lee, let's start with first game. Tennessee favored by 14 over Syracuse.
Well, you take the points here. Tennessee's got a new quarterback. Then I started studying, what's going on with the Syracuse team, and boy, they get decimated. This is an absolute, maybe it's not a rebuild, but they got to totally reload. I mean, they were competitive last year. McCoy was a really good quarterback. They lost him. They lost 3 receivers who had over 900 yards of receptions. 7 of the top 10 tacklers. I think Tennessee's defense is going to set the tone. They got a bull nationally in points allowed, 10th against the run, 29th against the pass. Tennessee 37-14 might be a turnover that leads to an easy touchdown, or maybe a special teams play. I just think it's going to be a nice situational play, and Tennessee pours it on.
Yeah, I love the Tennessee defense and everything they have back, and with that Syracuse offense, I could see their defense dominating this game. Tonight, you got an SEC game in action. Auburn at Baylor, and that line has been all over the place. And I was pulling up Bet Saracen right now to get the very latest odds on that game. But you have a feel one way or another for Auburn or Baylor?
That struck me was they're not beating any good teams. I mean, they won 8 games, but they beat a bunch of mediocre to barely teams. And I know they return 18 starters, but usually when you have 8-9 wins, you got 20, 30, 35 sacks. They only had 23. Their defense gave up 4 in 5 games, and he was playing an Oklahoma team that all horrendous, and they I think that's their weakness, number 60th last year. I think Auburn's going to be able to throw on Baylor. I think the right team is favored here. Auburn 31-23.
Okay. Bet Saracen, by the way, has Auburn a 1-point favorite now. That line is shifted, but Auburn by 1.
Okay.
This is a big one. Top 10 matchup. Clemson hosting LSU.
you know, they should make something happen here. Both teams have the same two nicknames, same names of their stadium, Death Valley. Make the loser, you know, go from the Tigers to be called the Kitty Cats for the rest of the year. There's got to be some ramifications for losing against a team with the same nickname. It's skill positions. I think it's up front. LSU lost 4 of their starting 5 linemen last year to the draft in the NFL. Starting defensive linemen are gone. And Clemson, I don't know if they're quite years ago when they were winning titles, but their defensive line, I think you're going to have 3 players drafted in the first or second round here. And Brian Kelly, he's only lost opening games, as LSU's lost 5 straight opening games, and he was just 4 against the spread on the road the first 2 years. I like Clemson, who's 63-5 straight up at home. Clemson Tigers 37, LSU Kitty Cats 27.
I think the losing team, it's just Valley. No more Death Valley for the rest of the year. And especially if LSU wins this game.
Right.
It just needs to be Valley.
There you go.
All right, the big one on Fox. First game Saturday, Ohio State, Texas.
You know, Texas was right there last year. I mean, that play call, you're the 1 yard going to the shotgun and run a toss. In the game, but the top they say he's talented, but from the reports I get, has not looked good in fall camp. Whereas they've got both coordinators coming back this year. I think the revenge factor is big. You know, when you win a title and you got to face the team that early the next year. Yeah, I know you want to play and play hard, but you don't think every kid at Texas, this is what they've been thinking about, getting revenge. That's it. Here, Texas outright 24-21.
A couple of teams going head-to-head with you want to see a lot of improvement or how much each of these teams have improved. Alabama, Florida State. Florida State's the home team, and they're a big underdog in this one.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm trying to figure out, how much have they improved since last year, and it's going to be tough. I mean, they went 2-10. They weren't even competitive. I mean, there were guys just looked like they didn't care. I think they're going to have a top 10 defense. They're facing BC transfer Thomas Castellanos. What did Florida State quarterback? Let's just look at the film of the teams that we played. And Thomas Castellanos looked good in that game. They never scored more than 23 points when he started the game. He threw 14 interceptions. He is not. When you're playing with a lead or you're playing within 7 points, he's fine. But when you're a passer or a skilled passer, I don't think he's that guy here. 38-20.
All right, let's go South Carolina, Virginia Tech, Beamer going back home.
Yep, my game of the week. Anyone wants to get it for free. How about this? I will give them the South Carolina, Virginia Tech. That's the appetizer on Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
And 9741. Again, the number 1-800-400-9741 to get both of my hot on Sunday for free. Call that number 800-400-9741 and you can get the entire season. And if people love to bet them, and normally that's like a $1,500 value. One day only, $597 on the website. You want to join us for 5. You can get on our phone service where you get 9 to 12, 9 to 13 games a week. And if you're ever on YouTube, just go to youtube.com and type in 3 words, Locked On Bets, and subscribe. We will, you can watch a video where we give out starting at like 10 in the morning your time, 3 to 4 selections for free. So go to YouTube, type in Locked On Bets, and click on subscribe. Sports.com and Locked On Bets.
Lee, it was great to catch up with you. I was about to ask you. I was like, man, I can't believe you don't have a thought on Notre Dame, Miami being there in South Florida, but you do, and it's your free play. Call in now. Thank you, Lee.
Yep. Okay, guys. Take care.
Talk to you next Friday. Lee Sterling, ParamountSports.com. Locked On Bets. Check that out, too. All right, when we come back, we got an open segment. We'll take some phone calls, 661-1037. I'll check the D3 Auto Sales text line and read some of your messages. We're wrapping up the first hour next on Out of Bounds.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
We take whiskey seriously. Taste the difference of a hand-selected bourbon at your local lodge, like the Twin Peaks Buffalo Trace Barrel Select.
Aero Truck Sales has been in business in North America for 75 years. They are dedicated to helping truck drivers, owner-operators, and fleet managers find the high-quality, used semi-trucks that they need to grow their business. Their on-site financing team provides flexible financing options and comprehensive warranty and protection plans. Plus, their attached shop provides convenient and efficient reconditioning. Visit Aero Truck Sales at 12101 Eanes Road, North Little Rock, or view their inventory at arrowtruck.com. Make your yard the envy of the neighborhood with Cabot Outdoors. Right now, when you purchase a Hustler Fast Track Series mower, receive your choice of a free pressure washer or generator, an unbeatable bonus of up to $7.99. For the month of August, to get an extra $500 off. Supplies are limited. Offer ends August 31st. The Hustler Fast Track delivers precision, comfort, and durability for homeowners who demand more. Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pine Street in Cabot. Find them on Facebook.
Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
Razorback football returns to War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock for an in-state battle against Arkansas State on Saturday, September 6th. Tailgating, the Hog Walk, running through the A, and much more returns to the capital city for the 77th season. Experience game day in the Rock by securing your tickets today at ArkansasRazorbacks.com or by calling the Hogs at 800-982-HOGS.
Stop and shop at our Conway and Little Rock showrooms. That's Hawks Homes. Has been serving Central Arkansas since 1986. Now, why buy from Hawks? We're the only manufactured and modular dealer that can build your custom home from your plans. You dream it, we can build it. Hunting clubs, churches, classrooms, restaurants, daycare centers, modular office buildings, school dorms. Check them out online at hawkshomes.net.
Calling all agents for the $950,000 Agent 7 operation at Southland Casino Hotel. Earn entries daily in August and September to win huge free play prizes or a 2025 BMW. Join us August 30th and September 27th when 10 lucky spies will win up to $10,007 in free play or your own getaway car. A 2025 BMW. You've got your mission. Agent 7 operation at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
The Genesises from Genesis of Conway have become so popular that now Genesis of Conway has a tremendous selection of pre-owned trade-ins. Highline vehicles, low mileage, great prices at a dealership that is unlike any you've ever seen. Spoiler alert, when you visit Genesis of Conway, you will get spoiled. It's unlike any dealership you've ever seen, even when you go pre-owned. Go see them, and it will hit you like it has so many. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio. Gwatney Chevrolet. Driving, trust every mile.
It's beautiful, it's bittersweet. You're like a broken home to me.
Speaking of Gwatney Chevrolet, man, this is a great day for car shopping this weekend. The weather is awesome. You want to take a little time, head out to the James Street exit in Jacksonville. It's worth your time. They got their big Labor Day sale going on right now. Labor Day Monday, they'll be out there Monday. Get away, want to go and get a new vehicle and take advantage of these deals. And it's the end of the month where they really need to sell some vehicles. It's a win-win right now at Gwatney Chevrolet. You're getting 20% over Kelley Blue Book for the vehicle you're trading in. James said they're laughing at the Kelley Blue Book offer. Kelley Blue Book? Yeah, take that, add 20% to it. That's what we're doing for the trade-ins. And if you bought your vehicle that you're trading in from Gwatney Chevrolet, you get a $2,500 loyalty trade-in bonus towards a new Tahoe or a Colorado. They got no payments until December and low APR financing available on select models. Silverado, if you're looking for a truck, check out the Silverado. $12,000 off some of the Silverados out there. It's happening right now at Gwatney Chevrolet. The Trax, their top-selling vehicle. Last couple of months, they got the shipment of Trax in under $20,000, $19,900. It's going on this weekend at Gwatney Chevrolet. Take advantage of the Labor Day sales. Check out the website, GwatneyChevrolet.com. Then head to the James Street exit in Jacksonville and see our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet. Last more, Joe Franklin with you on Out of Bounds on this Friday. Let's look at the D3 Auto Sales text line. 901 says, "Go Pack, go." Yeah, I'm serious. I'm happy for you. I'm not going to be bitter about it, and I'm not bitter about Parsons. I hope he plays well in 16 games. In the 17th game against Dallas, he has a bad game. No ill feelings towards Micah Parsons. Damn it, Jerry.
We need to look at his odds for Defensive Player of the Year also. We
know.
looked at it before, but seeing if
Huh.
maybe there's a change.
I got an email from an outside firm talking about the changes to the trade. Cowboys' odds went way down on winning the East, the NFC, the Super Bowl. Packers, odds go up. I mean, they became one of the, I think, top 5 favorites to win the NFC. 501 says, "I didn't know Wes was leaving Fox 16. What's next? Just radio now? Or what?" I am creating, I guess everybody's now on social media and doesn't listen to the show. We talked about it some yesterday. Yes, today is my last day at Fox 16. I am creating my own digital channel, sports channel. Talking high school sports, Razorbacks, Arkansas sports. It is called More Sports. I play off my name. It will be streamed live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You can go back on YouTube and watch it anytime you want to. More Sports, first one. The first ever More Sports was going to be Monday. And Joe, I am so jacked up and ready to go. I'm doing one tomorrow night after the game. And I may start a little early. If it's a blowout and nobody's paying attention in the fourth quarter, that's the great thing about this. I can do it whenever I want to. All I got to do is hit go live, and I am live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I don't have to wait until the newscast at 10 o'clock at 9 o'clock at night or whenever the game on Fox is over to talk about the game. I can do it right then. Instant analysis. And I got Chris Gregg joining me tomorrow, and I got Kevin Kelly to join me tomorrow. So Chris Gregg and I will talk about the Razorbacks game. I'm sure Coach Kelly, he loves watching the Razorbacks. He'll talk about the Razorbacks game, but we're also going to recap some high school football, the big Whitehall-Sheridan game. And that's a taste of what I want to do Monday through Friday. I'm going to get some former Razorbacks, some guys on, some coaches on to talk about the game, look back at it, look ahead. And we're going to do all sports. I'm not going to ignore when Harding is off to another great start or OBU, I'll get Coach Knight. I'll talk to all these guys. It's my own channel. Get to do it when I want to. I'm free at nights. I get to spend time. And it really hit home yesterday. They played a video for me last night, Joe, at the end of Fox 16 or towards the end, and surprised me. Just everybody that works there wishing me goodbye and saying some kind things, lying through their teeth. And they got my daughter to call in, the one that's in Malibu.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, to wish me good luck. And then Mickey Spagnola, they taped a segment with Mickey. He was mad because I haven't called him yet to tell him what I was doing. And he was like, what? Wes is leaving? No. I look forward to our segments, our talks. He was my favorite one to talk to each week. And it was very kind of Mickey to wish me goodbye. But anyway, Donna at the end, she was like, no tears? I'm like, look, I'm sad I'm leaving y'all. But I'm not sad about leaving the job. Here's a great example. My daughter, Berkeley, had a volleyball game tonight. It is also Berkeley's birthday. I did not get to go to the volleyball game. I did not get to go eat with them after the volleyball game because I was, on the news during the volleyball game, and then in between newscasts last night with UCA playing, with the high school football game with Maumelle and Sylvan Hills, I was up to here. You can't see me. Up to my eyeballs, top of my head with work last night. I could not sneak away.
You missed a special moment.
I did. And I told Berkeley that's the last volleyball game I plan on missing. And so doing this frees me up to have more time with my family. And my daughter in Malibu.
That's the best part of it.
Here's the thing, too. I need to go see her. I can go see her. I can do the show from Malibu. All I need is internet. Or if I need to take a couple days off, I can tape a couple of shows with coaches and players and talk about things and set them to play every night.
That's a great luxury, doing a show from Malibu.
Take the show on the road. But that is what I'm doing. Thank you for asking. Fox 870 says, congratulations on your last show on Fox 16 tonight. Good luck on your venture from here on out. Glad we still get to hear you talk sports on the Buzz. And that's right. I've had that come up a couple of times. I am not leaving the Buzz. Joe is stuck with me. We're going to be talking sports from 1 to 4 every day. Let's go to Jason in Little Rock. What's up, Jason?
Hey, man. Hey, I don't have a problem with a trade. I halfway expected a trade. What I was expecting was another Herschel Walker, land of draft picks. I forgot. I heard this morning on ESPN that Herschel Walker trade, Jimmy Johnson got, I think, two ones, 2s, 3s. I think there was like 6 or 7.
I think it was 5. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that many.
Yeah, so
but 2 number ones, at least 1, 3, and maybe a 5 or 6. I'm fine,
Yeah.
But
me too.
2 number ones, and that's basically it.
Well,
and
don't forget about
Jason.
Don't forget about the defensive tackle they got. That's a big get. I mean, he is a Pro Bowl defensive tackle that will help stop the run, and that's been a big issue for Dallas.
No, I get it. But here's the thing: with just 2 draft picks, I thought that was pretty lame and weak. And I can guarantee you this is why it was so weak and lame. Micah and his attitude, despite he's fine, blah, blah, blah. He pissed, you don't cross Jerry. He did. He expected, and I kind of halfway understand this, expected Micah to play on the $20 million contract he already had. And, and then negotiate later. But you're still, you're under contract now. And you didn't take the offer I gave you before with the agent not involved and all that. I think Jerry was pissed off and just like, I'm moving. I'm mad. I want to move him. Here's a way to do it. Boom, done. It's kind of movie Moneyball. Remember when he was giving players for practically nothing just because of the situation? Same thing.
Remember, Jerry was asked, would he trade him? And he said no. And then yesterday he said, this has been in the works for a while. This didn't happen right away. And he was asked about it, and he said, well, why would I give that away? That we were talking about it because then the value goes down on what you can get in return.
Yeah.
He's like, but, yeah, this is something that we've been thinking about for a while. He said it not only does it go to when training camp started, but it goes back to the off season. So then the wonder was, well, why didn't they trade him around draft time, and you could have gotten a lot more in return?
Had it now on this year's team.
I know. Yeah. Well, just another example of Jerry running the team on the ground because of his ego.
Jason,
But anyway,
have a
thanks.
good weekend. Good luck.
And according to Bet Saracen, Micah Parsons, for most sacks, he's plus 700. He's third on the list. So you have Aiden Hutchinson at plus 500, Myles Garrett plus 600, then Micah Parsons plus 700.
Rick's in East Arkansas. Hey, Rick, what's going on?
Hey, Joe, are you still going to be with Wes a little bit? 'Cause, I'm this old guy. I'm still I learned how to do YouTube. Are you still going to be with him a little bit?
Just a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit. No, we're going to be here. We're going to be here every day.
Well, who's going to be your main partner?
Me. I'm not going anywhere, Rick. I don't know how often I got to shout that from the rooftop. I'm not leaving the buzz. I will be here 1 to 4 every day.
Hey. Okay. And my second question is, I want to tell you where Jerry Jones messed up.
You better tell it now. Hurry.
Dak, how many championships he won? How many times he won the conference? And C.J. Lance.
None.
Hey, answer me that.
None.
How much is missing? That's a lot of money.
None whatsoever. Thanks, Rick. We got to go top of the hour. Second hour, we've got Neil Atkinson at 2:30. At 2:10, Steve Sullivan in the studio. Next up is the Razor Hog update. It's going to be a fun, fast, furious second hour. Third hour, what's trending. And Joe and I will make our picks for the weekend. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
With Oaklawn Sports, the action never stops and the season is never over. It's now easier than ever to wager on your favorite sports all year long. Go from football to basketball to baseball to golf. Bet on what you want, when you want, with the brand you trust. Oaklawn Sports even offers ways to bet on cricket, rugby, table tennis, and more. If it's a sport, chances are you can wager on it. Plus, it's now simpler to deposit and withdraw money from your account. Bet all year long with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
It's the Labor Day sales event at Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Your chance to save big and drive new. Get behind the wheel of a Tahoe or Colorado with up to $2,500 in loyalty trade-in bonus. No payments until December and low APR financing. Save up to $12,000 on select Silverados. And don't miss the all-new 2025 Chevy Trax. Yours today starting at only $19,997. But hurry, these Labor Day deals end Monday night. And when they're gone, they're gone. Fresh to Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit, restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on Out of Bounds by Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville.
It's time. It's here. One day until Razorbacks football. On your home of the Hogs in Central Arkansas, 1037 The Buzz. Buzz News with KARK's Sincere Tonsil.
An update this morning, the Devil's Den double homicide. Law enforcement agencies are being ordered to limit any public statements before the case goes to trial. Andrew McGann is charged with 2 counts of capital murder. He's accused of killing Clinton and Kristen Brink in the park earlier this month. He pleaded not guilty and will be in court again in November. Court is ordering limited pretrial statements because of the extensive coverage of this case on a national scale. There are concerns public comments could compromise McGann's right to a fair trial. The limit affects more than 12 agencies, including Arkansas Game and Fish, state parks, state police, Homeland Security, and the FBI. Law enforcement will still be allowed to make statements regarding the dates of any upcoming hearings or rulings. A federal judge is upholding an amendment that blocks casino construction in Pope County. Statewide voters passed that amendment last November. It states that the casino license held by the Cherokee Nation was no longer valid. The nation filed a lawsuit arguing that the measure undermined its legal rights and interfered with contracts. Now a federal judge is siding with the state. I'm Sincere Tonsil from KRK4 Today for the Buzz Radio Network.
Coach Kevin Kelly gets in the zone every Wednesday, presented by the Hatcher Agency, the top producer for health insurance in Arkansas for 35 consecutive years.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
Cloudy skies and a bit of patchy fog out the door early this morning, but as we move towards the afternoon hours, we'll have clearing skies, turning about partly cloudy for the second half of your Friday as temperatures warm up today into the upper 70s and the lower 80s. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Tune in each week when Susan Irwin Prowse shares her Keys to the Weekend music events calendar with Justin and DJ. Brought to you by Willie D's and Big Red Dog Productions. Big Red Dog Productions is your gateway to music excellence in Central Arkansas and beyond. Visit entertainersguide.com to see the weekly calendar and submit your shows.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. And Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat meal solution items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat meal solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken pot pie for only $7.49 per pound with twice baked potatoes for $4.99 per pound.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
We got the big deals at the Big Rock. Got the big deals at the Big Rock.
Hey Arkansas, it's Terry Harrison at the Big Lot, where you'll find the biggest selection, the biggest savings, and now you'll find Big Steve Landers.
That's right, Arkansas. I'm back in the car business at the Big Lot. Don't be confused. The real Steve Landers deals are at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram.
Come see me and Big Steve at the Big Lot, Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alco Road in Benton.
The Big Lot Benton.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Aaron Goldhammer.
I cannot believe that's all they got back. And I wonder whether the Cowboys really did their full 360-degree homework when it came to making sure they got everything out of the Packers that they could, number one, and B, making sure there wasn't a team that was going to give them 3 first-round picks. Because if you offered Parsons the $47 million, I don't care if you're the Carolina Panthers, I think Parsons is going to take the deal. But I'd want to trade Micah, first of all, to a place where I would short their team, because it means those draft picks are going to be higher and higher. Trade him to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trade him to, the Chicago Bears. If you want to trade him in the NFC North, trade him to a team who does not exactly have a winning track record and history, and maybe it pays off. It ends up becoming the number 1 pick.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats live from the stands, and we've got a special update. Sources confirm fans using the Vivid Seats app are racking up rewards with every ticket and doing it fast. With an unbeatable lineup of seats and perks that go the distance, why use any other app for game day? Don't fumble this season. Grab your tickets through Vivid Seats, download their app, earn rewards, and as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, get $20 off your first $200 in-app purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Joe Franklin and Wes Moore on 103.7 The Buzz. Your Razor Hog Update is brought to you by Standing Firm Farms in Greenbrier. StandingFirmFarms.com for high-end restaurant quality, fresh Angus beef delivered to your doorstep. Get a hold of them at StandingFirmFarms.com.
All right, nothing really new, fresh, because, the Razorbacks haven't spoken with the media since Tuesday. I guess technically Coach Pittman had his radio show Wednesday, but it is all about getting ready for Alabama A&M tomorrow, 3:15 kickoff for the Razorbacks. Go to Bet Saracen, check out all the lines, all the odds, all the prop bets. Get ready to have a little fun this season. Arkansas is up to a 46-point favorite over Alabama A&M. It's such a blowout, they don't even offer a money line on this game. Arkansas, Alabama A&M over-under is at 62 right now. Over-under 62. All right, let's bring in Steve Sullivan, KATV. What's up, Sully?
I'm all over that 46 points. I think they're going to make a statement. And this team lost 73-3 to Auburn to open the season. They got a new coach. They've got a lot of folks from Miles, and I just don't think that's a great feeding ground. And it's just. I think they're out to make a statement tomorrow. They want to look smooth. They want to have this game like 42-0 at the half.
I agree. Yeah, I think they want to load up in the first half, and then second half. I mean, let's be honest. Second-string guys should be able to stop this team and add to it. Maybe not to the extent of what they did last year against UAPB, going 10 for 10 in touchdowns.
Yeah.
But I believe the offense keeps scoring in the second half with the second-teamers, and the second-team defense should be able to slow them down and keep them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, you just, with 31 newcomers, you want to get everybody out there, but you don't want to keep tailing in long.
No.
I mean, it's the last thing you need to do is him to take a wrong step and be, not right for Arkansas State.
We saw two quarterbacks last night out for the Oklahoma State's quarterback.
Yeah.
And then the Missouri quarterback. I don't guess we got official
it
word.
Looks bad. It looks
didn't
really
sound
bad.
good.
Yeah. I see you at the Fearless Friday. This is it. Last time. That's going to be sad in a way. I know how much you enjoy the Friday nights.
I tell you, and I've told everybody this, I'm going to miss all the coworkers, the friends up there. It's going to be weird not seeing them every day. It almost feels like I'm going on vacation, but I'm not returning from vacation. I'm not going to miss the hours. I'm not going to miss the grind. But you're exactly right. The highlight, I love doing Fearless Friday. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
I love doing high school football highlights. It is I still get an adrenaline rush from that show.
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't know. Monday through Friday.
Yeah, it's a grind.
Doing a 5:30, 6:30, 9 o'clock. I don't get an adrenaline rush. It's just a job, But I get an adrenaline rush on for Fearless Friday, and when I get done with that show and it's a good show, it's like, heck yeah.
Yeah, these football weekends are like I check boxes. Did I get Baz's touchdown club intro done? Check. Did I get the Razorback pregame, whatever, interview done? Check. And then get to the, did I get everybody cameras for the, I mean, it's like you got to get all the boxes checked before you can finally roll. And I tell you who we interviewed this week for the Razorback pregame that was a lot of fun was Brad Taylor. I didn't realize his whole story, and just a guy from Danville who's not like a wow-looking athlete, goes up there against the, the best recruited guys in America and takes Tom Jones' job in his first game. And it starts for 4 years under two coaches, Lou Holtz and Kenny Hatfield. And the fact as a junior, he played quarterback, he punted, and he kicked field goals. And he was good doing all three. But just from you don't hear of guys from small towns at quarterback making it at the University of Arkansas. And we've had so many great quarterbacks from Shiloh and PA. None of them have ever made it at the University of Arkansas as a quarterback. This guy from Danville shows up. He said he was at practice scout team, and he lit up the defense. And Lou Holtz said, "Who's that guy?" Seriously, we need to move him over. Moved him over to quarterback, and bang! Story was gone from there.
Wow.
Yeah, those stories still do happen, which are good. Or it happened years ago, but what a great story, and just a great guy.
Sully, you mentioned wanting to see some other players and the starters get out of there. As far as Taylor Green, what would you like to see from him? Play the first half or play a little into the second half? How long you want to see him play?
I think the first half, and I don't think he's going to be stressed at all. So it's going to be like Texas Tech or something like that where he, I want him this year to run when he wants to run, not when he run when he has to run. And that hopefully the offensive line will provide him that opportunity. Mm-hmm. But how many times last year was his runs were the result of being chased out of the pocket?
A lot.
Yeah. I mean, I hope, especially in this early schedule, that that's not an issue. That even when they come empty, that he has an answer. Just even like Quinn Grovey said, just get it in the flat and get out of the rush, get out of the potential bad play. And he hopes this year he makes those decisions rather than retreat, go to the right, hit the sideline, jet up, fire it across his body 30 yards. And normally those plays end up pretty good.
I do not want to see him scramble deep into the right at all this year.
Yeah.
I hope they've gotten through to him to step up in the pocket and scramble up the middle.
Yeah, so much. That's the idea. I think they try to push the pocket back against Arkansas, and that's kind of the game plan against Talon Green. And it's just fun when you start a new season because you're full of hope. I mean, you see enough potential there to do damage. You just, you have to go week by week, and we just can't suffer one of those. I remember halftime of Oklahoma State game, and we were just doing something with Baz on just Facebook Live. And I'm thinking, Bobby Petrino may win the Broyles Award after that first half. And the defense looked good, and they completely dominated Oklahoma State. They shut down their big back. And then how do you lose that game?
Mm-hmm. Turnovers.
I mean, just terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that was such a deflating loss. And it was the difference between a 7 and an 8 win season.
And it could have been a springboard. Because I remember watching that game. That on a Saturday, I'm at a volleyball tournament.
They
we're
were
all on our phones,
too.
and they off to a great start. I'm like, oh my god, this team is really good. They're good. They're better than I thought.
Yeah.
And then that came crashing down.
Yeah. No, that's and you look at BYU, you can't have, and that Memphis game scares me, even if they have like 48 transfers or something. That's the game that usually is the kind of the game that gets Sam Pittman when the season goes south. Those games early, the BYU game, that you feel like you're the better team, but you end up losing the game.
During the KATV special, what were your takeaways from what Coach Pittman had to say?
I think that they're able to run the ball. The emphasis was on the offensive line. And here's the thing. He said, we ran it in fall and we ran it at spring. But, Baz said, you ran it against the second team both times. So that's the thing. You think about Bobby Petrino as a pass guy, but we ran the ball more than we threw it last year. And you remember Niall Davis against like LSU carrying it 17 straight times. I think his offense is so much better when you're able to run the ball on your terms. And if you think last year, Arkansas wasn't terrible running the ball. Jaquindon Jackson was pretty good.
Yeah.
But they want to be better. They want to run when they want to run and set up 3rd and 3s. I think in conference play, I'm becoming a prisoner of the numbers. They were 37% on 3rd down in conference. And I think that's a result of being 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, and we just can't have those numbers this year.
And I think running the ball will also help the inefficiency in the red zone they had last year.
Yes,
I think it will help.
Yes. And it's, we've heard so much about this offensive line. The best sign I saw in the offensive line in the preseason was Blackstock had to be so far down the depth chart that, the guy started 9 games last year. They threw him over the defense. That means he's not even second team. So that would tell me already that they've upgraded. So that's some, outside of Coach Pittman and Coach Petrino, who I trust to a point, but they've got to be better. I mean, and Pittman seems so high on that offensive line, just even the freshmen they recruited.
You get a chance to see Mike Washington while you were there, and any players maybe you got a chance to talk to?
Mike Washington is the big mystery to me. I mean, you look at his numbers, you comb through his numbers. In 4 years, I think he started 13 games. And he played with Buffalo and New Mexico State or whatever, not great teams, but he didn't start a lot for either one of those teams. And now we've kind of built him up as the next Darren McFadden. I mean, I have never heard a guy, even McFadden, out of spring and fall, be typed up like this. I mean, he's taken it 60 yards against that defense again.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think our first team defensive linemen are going to log a lot of snaps, but maybe not this week.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a guy with so much hype. And why? And so they barbecued me on Twitter on this. Why is Mike Washington not wearing number 5? We got a freshman wide receiver wearing 5. And I don't mind Cam Ball wearing 5.
I don't either.
But it should be reserved for your best running back.
Yeah.
And it has been in the past. Rocket Sanders, Rakeem Boyd.
We had a similar tweet the other day when LSU named their
Yes.
number 18.
But it's 18 is saved for quarterbacks.
Yes, and it's a sacred number. Why doesn't Arkansas have a ceremony before the season and hand out number 5 to somebody and make it a big deal, and it's on Twitter and Facebook,
Is there
their
any,
website?
any better candidate this year than Mike Washington for number 5?
You know what, though? If you reserve it for a running back only, the
Yeah.
guys that don't get it, they feel slighted, and then it's like, how do you talk to a player like that where it's like,
LSU
you didn't get number 5?
LSU, no one, hardly anybody gets 18. You
Right.
know? I mean, they do that. I mean, it's
Also, but LSU has 7. So if you see a player out there wearing 7, then you know that is somebody they believe is a great player.
I think you got to earn the 5 with way. You know, Cam Ball has I don't know if the freshman just negotiated for it. Caleb Ferguson.
No, he came in and they said this was available.
That's wrong.
You
That's
know?
wrong.
Yeah.
But as we mentioned, the patch there is more of an honor for Darren McFadden than it is the player
we'll put
wearing
a patch on his 4 then. If he runs for like 70 and 60 yards these first few weeks, let's put the 5 on him, and then he'll go into a funk.
If he tears up Ole Miss, I'm taking the 5 off of Ferguson and giving it to Mike Washington.
Yeah,
but it's more of an honor for Darren McFadden than it is the player that's wearing it.
But I'm sure Mike Washington, he's listened to all the hype and everything and heard all the what the coaches think of him, that he's gonna breathe a big sigh of relief when he goes 70 yards on Saturday, when he has that first big run. And we'll be disappointed if we don't see him take it to the house.
The best thing I heard about Mike Washington in the spring from a couple sources was he and Monte Harrison have created a leadership council, and they are over the running backs and wide receivers.
Yeah, well,
and if anybody does anything wrong, they have some self-imposed penalties that they hand out to their room to make them do some punishment. Whether you're late for class or late for a meeting or late for whatever the case, they are policing
do the
their
wide receivers.
positions. And think about that, Mike Washington, a new guy coming in and policing it.
Yeah, and he's played a lot though. So and it's the coaches say he's made Braylon Russell a better back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the thing. I think you may have pointed out, or someone pointed out, that Mike Washington hasn't been a heavy carry guy. He's been a 13, 14 carries a game for his entire career.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, you're not going to expect him now to tote it 20 times a week.
Well, you probably don't want to.
Yeah.
Because look how Jaquindon Jackson got worn down from his total carries. I think for a long season, especially early in the year, keep him at that 13, 14 mark. Give Braylon and the other backs their carries too.
I'd like 8 for 170 on Saturday, something like that.
That'd be great.
22 yards a carry.
Two just huge runs, and you know, there's genuine hope, even more so than last year. I feel, even though I saw some poll they did with the media and the fans. I think it was Andrew up in Fayetteville did it, and the confidence factor was about the same as last year. Although I feel there's more excitement this year. It was about the same last year.
You also talked with Travis Williams.
Yeah, well,
let's talk defense.
Is he not the greatest guy?
I love him.
Yeah.
I do.
He did say that it's almost impossible for them to buy a defensive lineman like a starter. He said those are a precious commodity. Those are right behind quarterbacks in cost, and there are not a lot of them in the portal. And you know, I just think they told Bobby Petrino, they kind of gave him the credit card and said, spend what you want. Buy 12 receivers. We want to average like 35 points a game. And I think he's excited just to have the old guys in the secondary. They're going to have to really do some junk stuff, I think, when they play good teams. I mean, they got a lot of skilled linebackers. I would think you'd go three down linemen, which they did at times against Tennessee last year.
Mm-hmm.
Start playing those guys a little more. You got more linebackers that are able than defensive linemen. And, you know, I can't think of a guy I'd rather play for than him.
It means there's going to be a lot more focus on Travis Williams, how he can coach these players up.
Yeah, I think that this is where a coach is going to have unique game plans week to week, because, you know, you look at, it may not be Ole Miss, but it may be Notre Dame, that they're going to try to hit you in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you may have to overpopulate the line of scrimmage just to stop their run. And if we get to that point and we have to worry one defeat ahead of that point, he's done a good job.
Lane Kiffin likes to run the ball. I mean, he'll spread you out, but he likes to run it.
He's a little like Petrino in that way. Yeah, look at the running backs they've had.
Yeah. No, I think that'll be the first true test at stopping the run.
Yeah.
Play in and play out.
I believe that Nolan Richardson's saying if a guy's going to bite, he's going to bite as a pup. And if he's on your campus 2 years, unless you got like Micah Parsons playing in front of him, I mean, then I just we got like 3 guys in that line: Salih,
Cam Ball.
Well, Cam Ball was like the 3rd best lineman last year, behind Gregory and Landon Jackson.
Yeah,
he needs to be an elite player this year. But when you look what we got coming back, I mean, Ken Talley, the Michigan State guy, has not really even scratched. And then Murapola and
Frank,
yeah. I mean, you got the guy from Florida, Justice Boone, who we hope is going to be a guy, but he wasn't the guy at Florida. I mean, it's different when you recruit 2 guys in the offensive line that were full-time starters, and you got kind of a grab bag for Travis Williams on the defensive line.
Yeah, I'm trying to think their marquee signing on defense. Maybe the Auburn transfer that started off and on for them.
Yeah.
But
no, they didn't spend. The secondary, you got some guys that have some experience.
Mhm.
You got a guy from Oklahoma, and
San Jose, Fresno State.
Yeah,
Neal.
But they didn't spend a lot of money on defense. It helped that you had linebackers, 3 really good linebackers. I mean, and they play under Travis Williams. They weren't going to leave. I mean, those 3 guys. And I think Dix, he's really high on Dix. I mean, he is a big, strong kid, and he's smart. I love Dix when they asked him, do you know the defense a little better here spring and fall since it's your 2nd year? And he said, I've been playing college football for 6 years. If I can't get a defense down by now, I might as well give it up.
Yeah, I was looking last night at his resume, and I was like, this is 6 years.
Yeah, and he's a
COVID guy. I guess this is the last of the COVID guys. He played in 2020 and also had a redshirt year.
And Travis Williams said that, offense, they use the helmet communication a lot. He said he didn't use it last year much, and he feels like there was this genuine sign stealing going on. And he said with so many guys moving in the portal and you don't change your signs that much, that you can get outed. He said you can still perform, he said, but it's not a comfortable feeling that they're reacting to everything you do.
They know what you're doing
before
you
and he said
snap the ball.
so this year he's going to try to do more just helmet communication. Basil was saying when he had 75 signals that he would flash they'd flash something to him and he'd have to flash it to his teammates. Is that insane?
Wow. That's a lot.
I have more respect for Baz after I'd be getting it. What number is that? Be like a pitcher looking at his wristband.
What do you think of Petrino in the press box?
I like it. I don't think Taylon Green's personality is a little like Matt Jones. I mean, does it move? I mean, it is flatline, baby. And I think if he had a more volatile guy, a Tyler Wilson, or Ryan Mallett or someone, he'd stay on the sideline. But I think he sees the game better in the press box, and he knows how big this year is and the pressure's on the offense. I think that cat wants to average like 40 points a game in conference play. I think he was embarrassed last year. We had games where Texas and the offense let us down.
10 points.
Yeah.
Joe and I did it one day this week. They averaged 24 points, or last week. In SEC play only, they averaged 24 points a game.
I mean, that's not good enough.
No.
When they had if you look at the games we won, ironically, Texas, we stayed in the game because of our defense. Tennessee, we beat them because of our defense. Auburn, we came up with
5 turnovers.
The games we won in conference outside of Mississippi State was just terrible.
Yeah.
But the games we won were because of the defense. That's where I want to see Taylon Green take a jump forward, where he had great numbers, but I can't think of one game we won last year. We said, or Arkansas won last year. We said, Taylon. You look back, how many games did just Matt Jones win?
Yeah.
I mean,
even KJ Jefferson had his games where you're like, man, that dude's a stud.
I remember Matt Jones against LSU in the Miracle on Market. He was terrible, but that is remembered as one of the greatest games because he functioned so well in that last
2 plays.
That's all everybody remembers.
Yes.
And Matt does. He addressed that. He said that was probably the worst game he's ever played.
Yeah, but we remember when you make those plays, those winning plays, you're remembered forever. That's in a big game. I don't care what you've done in the first 25, 30 minutes. I mean, if you make that play, like I remember it was one game we had last year where Taylon chucked it at the end of the game, had a chance to win. It went through someone's hands. if you catch that ball, it becomes just, I don't care what you did previous to that, it's a remarkable ending.
It makes it a lasting memory.
Yes, and he hasn't had one of those games yet. Like Quinn was talking the other day, I want to see him throw for like 85,000 yards and this. I said, I want to see him win games.
Yeah.
I want to see him go down at Ole Miss and, take it in 4th and 2 to win the game. It's tailing over the top or something.
He doesn't have to wait till the end to win the game. I'll be happy with a couple take a couple knees down at the end of the game, and he has over 300 yards passing, like 100 yards rushing. You're like, Talon won that game.
Yeah, but I'm kind of glad it's Alabama and A&M because I think we need something. We need a punching bag in week 1.
I miss, though, not being one of the marquee games. That's fun. I mean, it is.
It is.
Get that hype going. Just think if it was Arkansas Ole Miss this week. It would have
I'd be scared.
Totally different feel. Yeah. Steve, thanks, man.
Hey,
I appreciate
have
you coming
fun tonight there.
I will.
And good luck with the new show. I applaud you for taking a chance.
Thank you.
That's hard to do in life, especially later in life.
Please watch it.
I will.
I need clicks. Just click on it.
I will click on it.
You can mute it.
I am a definite clicker. I go everywhere.
Thanks, Steve.
Yep.
Steve Sullivan with us. Coming up, Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen.
Listen each Friday during Drive Time Sports for the basketball insider in Arkansas. It's Bart Reed, made possible by Martin Orthopedics, with locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Hot Springs Village. Staffed with fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists. For more information on the web, go to martinortho.care.
This is Sports Center.
Last night in college football, 25th-ranked Boise State fell to unranked South Florida 34-7. Central Arkansas lost to Missouri 61-6. Their next game will be against Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Conway next Saturday. Tonight, one SEC team will be in action. Auburn will travel to Waco to take on Baylor at 7 o'clock on Fox. Tomorrow, Arkansas gets their season kicked off hosting Alabama A&M at 3:15. TV coverage will be on the SEC Network. Radio coverage on The Buzz will start at 11 with the Hog Wild pregame show thanks to Mud Connections. Stay tuned after the game for the First Security fifth quarter postgame show. And Arkansas State plays tomorrow as well as they host Southeast Missouri at 6 o'clock. That game can be seen on ESPN+. Radio coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz too. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
With Oaklawn Sports, the action never stops and the season is never over. It's now easier than ever to wager on your favorite sports all year long. Go from football to basketball to baseball to golf. Bet on what you want, when you want, with the brand you trust. Oaklawn Sports even offers ways to bet on cricket, rugby, table tennis, and more. If it's a sport, chances are you can wager on it. Plus, it's now simpler to deposit and withdraw money from your account. Bet all year long with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over 10 years ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison, Arkansas Municipal Equipment specializes in refuse and recycle equipment. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, and roll-off dumpsters. But they don't just sell it to you. You can get parts and service for all makes and models for refuse equipment. Their technicians travel the state to take care of you. AME, it's the service after the sale.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
It's the Labor Day sales event at Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Your chance to save big and drive new. Get behind the wheel of a Tahoe or Colorado with up to $2,500 in loyalty trade-in bonus. No payments until December and low APR financing. Save up to $12,000 on select Silverados. And don't miss the all-new 2025 Chevy Trax. Yours today starting at only $19,997. But hurry, these Labor Day deals end Monday night. And when they're gone, they're gone. Fresh to Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit, restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter agents Lawrence Forrester or Bo Beavis in Cabot or Candace Alford in Gravel Ridge today.
Out of Bounds, live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus.
All right, welcome back. Let's talk about some of the great things happening at Bet Saracen. Neil Atkinson joins us now, and it is time, Neil. College football is here. We had games last night, tonight, of course, tomorrow, Sunday. Let's roll.
Hey, I'm ready for it. I mean, my whole site right now is going to the football page and hitting the SEC, just looking at who everybody's playing. Of course, SEC had the first game in the books last night against UCA, but, you know, Auburn and Baylor, 2-point spread. I would have thought that a little bit, but hey, that's what we're running with. And then a few competitive games on slate, but it's going to be interesting on how everybody stacks up and how the SEC does against the FCS teams that they're playing here. Are they going to cover these massive spreads? And Missouri certainly took care of it. I see that. I would have liked to see UCA cover that just for some egg on Missouri's face, but that's a little on that one. But sports betting sometimes, I guess it's okay.
Neil, I love having you on because you teach me things all the time, and I did not realize that you had the SEC tab now under the football tab, and that makes it very convenient for me and other fans to find the SEC games only instead of scrolling through all of college football games and looking for some. I think that's so convenient. I mean, you got the SEC games, you got the top 25 games. So, hey, kudos to you and Bet Saracen for making it even easier to find the games we're looking for.
Through and map all that stuff. You know, these systems have, maybe I can make some money, guy, figuring out some code or putting it in Chat GPT to give me a code for these systems to do that. But I quick too, and I look at my app and make sure the lines are right and benchmark against everybody else. I from it too, but I can't bet it. So my job's to make it easier to find. And of course, it's real easy. We do have a way where we just code where anything that says the word Arkansas, it throws it up to Arkansas teams, and we actually, under the Arkansas teams on the first page, there's football, but there's also volleyball, and Arkansas right now in volleyball. There is a lineup for that right now, and it is a lineup, believe it or not. So you got women's volleyball that you can bet on right now, in addition to the football. So stuff up and but that's what we try to do, and I'm glad that you learned about that tab because it makes it a lot easier for sure.
You see a lot of volume for the late game last night, Cincinnati, Nebraska, which turned out to be a great game.
You see everybody as the bet settled earlier in the night, and they're live in play. That have a spike on it. Matter of fact, I might be able to pull this up real quick because I had it on a different tab. I think it was the third most bet game last night. Here it is right now. That first game that was a catastrophe for everybody. we took 5,700 bets on South Florida and Boise State. We took 4,725. It was the second most bet NCAA game, the late game last night. So, that we really do want it. And right now, I'll watch just about any football game that's on the TV right now. Now, after the weekend, I may get a little desensitized. A little more on Sunday and Monday night. Then we go right into the NFL. But it's just great that football season is here. It reminds season long. You got to get those in before they kick off tomorrow, and we're trying to keep the markets up, like for Heisman and all that other stuff. Remember, once a college football comes into play, season win totals and things like that, they are, and we'll put them back up until that team kicks off on its first game. But that's just the way the feeds work, so we don't have markets up that shouldn't be up while a live game is going.
Was the public on Boise yesterday?
Oh yeah, they were all over Boise. It was any other game that was on the board yesterday. So that was it. On the whole, was Chicago versus the Yankees, and the next probable game for the bettors yesterday was Missouri versus Central Arkansas. So. Those were the two most profitable markets that we had yesterday, but they did on the chin versus South Florida, Boise State, and the Cincinnati-Nebraska game.
Got Neil Atkinson with us from Bet Saracen. Neil, talk to me about the Survivor Pool. You did a lot of work. You got it in. You got it done. Are the fans taking advantage of it and signing up?
Well, 3 hours. We had 300 people sign up. I woke up to the next morning to 600. We're now on the various different levels. It may be more than that. I haven't run that query this morning because we're getting ready for tomorrow. But putting it out in space too, and our customer acquisition channel. So, and the first week's going to be a little bit different. We're going to keep registration open until Wednesday at midnight. Once it turns midnight, registration will be closed for all of the different markets, and then about 2 minutes later, you can make your pick for first week. So picks are going to be open, but you can pick until the Monday night game if you have not made your selection between then. And what we're going to do, of course, the picks are going to open back up on Tuesday for week 2 of the NFL. And again, we will keep them open until the Monday night game. But just remember, the 2 teams that are playing to win on Monday night, you're going to be out. If you don't make a selection or you don't have a valid selection left from the remaining games, that's going to knock you out of the tournament. And like I said, we're going to keep that up until 1 hour before Monday Night Football kicks off each Monday. And the pick week is Tuesday through Monday to give you as much time as possible to make your picks for the Thursday night games. There's a few Friday night games peppered in, including next week, and with the bulk of the games being on Sunday. But like I said, if you wait till Monday, make sure those 2 teams are out, and you hadn't already picked them, or you're out.
When you open Bet Saracen app, you want to check out that top banner where you can scroll through and see everywhere, everything that's located where it is. Then you have the specials below that, and then there are the double R props that are posted. So plenty to choose from there.
And you got that. You can get an edge on us. That's where we put our promos up. And we're really happy about this one. NCAA profit boost on any game involving an Arkansas team. You do not, but we'll give you a 50% profit boost up to $25 max wager on any pre-match straight bet on a game involving Arkansas. So you've got all of those on Saturday. You want to take advantage of, and we did that versus Texas because that's a very competitive game. You place a $25 cash wager on it if you opt in, and whoever Texas or Ohio, every touchdown they score in the game, you're going to get an extra $5 kicker and a free bet for there, and it'll be paid out, as soon as we get the data in and go through it. We'll try to get it out the next day, no later than Monday, but we'll this weekend.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I mean, you guys are offering to give away free bonus cash. Take advantage of it, and that's the first thing I always do. I open up the app, and I hit promos just to see what's available and take advantage of it.
That's what promos too. So go to the promo page. Go ahead and opt in because the beauty of it is once you opt in, if you make a qualification on your bet slip that qualifies for that promo, then you can select it and add it to the bet slip, and there you go. Try to make it as easy as possible. But we do. There's always the rules and things like that you have to acknowledge and all of that. So, but yeah, I'm telling you to do that. To use it, don't put it on my site. So, promos to be put up there too. So I want people to use them and take advantage of them.
And the best thing about the promos, it costs the cost of it to opt in. It's nothing. It costs you nothing, so do it.
No, yeah. In some high-tax states that they're looking at subscription services for sports betting app, and I don't ever see Arkansas ever doing anything to where we would ever hope to do anything crazy like that. But yeah, and like I said, with the software that will populate it on the bet slip, tell you that it's eligible. You can just add it to it, and you're good to go.
Joe and I were talking yesterday about expectations for this team, where the fan base is, what they're kind of expecting as a win total. What are you seeing as far as the bets for season win totals, whether it's the over-under or the exact number of total wins for Arkansas? Is there a common theme there from the fans?
Yeah. And then we created all the markets surrounding that, higher and lower. You can do 1+, 2+. I mean, not 1+, but I think 3+ and higher. Or you can do exact. But +115 has been the most popular preseason prop bet on the site, and bet customers have overwhelmingly gone with the over. Now we're sticking to the national consensus feed. Are the ones that we created that bookend it, but and it is at +115. It is under 5.5. There's more money naturally that it's under, but are over 5.5. And then on the exact, people have zeroed in on 6. It's about 33%. At one time. It's gone down a little bit, but it's gone down to around 33-34% have picked 6 as the exact number wins on the Bet Saracen platform. That has nothing to do with the national stats.
Neil, thank you. Good luck this weekend. I know it's going to be a crazy weekend, just like the rest.
With all you have on your show, you're going to wish the bookmaker good luck.
No, I just hope everything runs smoothly. I know. I mean, no offense. I hope everybody's winning, but you know.
Yeah, everybody waiting for me, except when I make my personal bets on the other sites, benchmarking them. So I've got a few. I'm in weekend just playing around a little bit, benchmarking. So, but yeah. Hey, everybody, I just want you to remember. I know there's a lot of excitement about the season and all that. Just remember to bet with your head and open, not over it. Keep sports betting fun and entertaining. But have it, and if you have Survivor Series, you can do it for $1, and you can do up to 5 different entries for that. But heck, for $1, fun, and maybe you can get bragging rights and see who lasts longer amongst your friends. So have fun with that. Have a second, and let's see if we can get a bunch of scoring in that game tomorrow.
Thank you, Neil. Neil Atkinson, Bet Saracen. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's open. You want to join us? Now's the time. 661-1037. It's Out of Bounds.
don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app? Download it today from the app stores or go to betsaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
Hi, this is Ted Upshaw from Accountable Roofing and Remodeling. Let us bring our over 30 years of experience to your next project. We are certified shingle masters, licensed, bonded, and insured. Are you one of the thousands of Arkansans who has received a non-renewal notice from your insurance company due to the age or condition of your roof? We can help. We offer multiple financing options from help with your deductible all the way down for zero down for the entire project. Call today for your free evaluation, 501-621-0500, or visit us at accountablerr.com.
The games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites. Walk On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer, and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages, from melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online in the app. Walk On Sports Bistro, game on.
Listen each Friday during Drive Time Sports for the basketball insider in Arkansas. It's Bart Reed, made possible by Martin Orthopedics, with locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Hot Springs Village. Staffed with fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists. For more information on the web, go to martinortho.care.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Apply now and save with no application fee through September 3rd. Visit umgc.edu to get started. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Welcome to Moe's. Everywhere you look, prices are going up, but not at Moe's Southwest Grill. Here, the best deal in burritos just got better. We lowered the prices on our Mo Monday special. The burritos and bowls you love are now starting at $6.99. Hot and delicious, made your way with high-quality ingredients. We never cut corners. Guess that's why our bowls are round. Come see us this Monday. And here's my daughter, Andy Kate, with a reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
The Razorback Raffle is back. This raffle is a new and exciting way to support Razorback athletics, whether you're inside Razorback Stadium or calling the Hogs anywhere in the great state of Arkansas. Our inaugural raffle jackpots grew to nearly $500,000 last spring. Now you can be our next big winner, even if you're not in the stadium. Get your raffle ticket purchased to have a chance to win big right now at RazorbackRaffle.com.
I'm Craig O'Neill, and I got a question for you. What are the 5 smartest things you've ever done? Of course, I have no way of knowing what's on your list unless you own a Genesis. Then that day you discovered Genesis of Conway would make the top 5 easily. You see, you don't test drive a Genesis. You don't buy one. You don't own one. You love a Genesis. And with the 26s they can show you, it'll be love at first sight. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio. Gwatney Chevrolet. Driving, trust every mile. Out of Bounds with Joe Franklin and Wes Moore on 103.7 The Buzz.
Time is running out to get those fantasy football draft parties done, and you have until September 4th, so that's next Thursday. But you want to do that at Twin Peaks. Go to twinpeaksrestaurant.com/fantasy draft, and you can enter for a chance to win $1,000 cash. Thanks to Molson Coors, you get a draft kit loaded with everything you need, a $50 kickback card for the commissioner, $5 kickback cards for every league guest. This weekend would be the perfect time to do a fantasy football draft party, and there are a lot of viewing options with college football really kicking into gear. You have the holiday weekend, so you have that extra day on Monday. So get it done. Get your fantasy football draft parties done. But you want to get to Twin Peaks with plenty of seating inside and out, wall-to-wall TVs to see all the sports action. And right now, it's happy hour. Happy hour is till 7 o'clock today. It's 2 to 7. And then you have tequila and cervezas, which is 5 to 7. So you have some crossover, a lot of deals going on. Then a later happy hour, 10 to close. Check out the daily and weekly food and drink specials at Twin Peaks. Right now, during happy hour, apps start at $3. And that later happy hour, check out flatbreads. It's Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Wes Moore and Joe Franklin as we wrap up our second hour of Out of Bounds. I'll go to the D3 Auto Sales text line if you want to join us. Call in right now, 661-1037. This one from the 501. Signed CD, waived Dak, and then they could have paid Micah. Dak's not going to perform once again this year. That's his plan, how the Cowboys should have handled things. Another text on the D3 Auto Sales text line. I like the Dallas trade. Couldn't stop the run. They got a 3-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle, and now Dallas has the second most cap room in the NFL. I believe the pressure is on Green Bay to win a Super Bowl in the next 2 years. You know, when I did see that cap figure, it did make me happy for once. They were like $44 million under the cap projected, and that'll enable them maybe to be a player in free agency, but still, no more Micah Parsons. How many times do you think Micah Parsons is going to sack Dak Prescott? Now, Lee put it the over-under like 3.5 or anything under 3.5.
He said anything under 3, he's taking over.
He's taking over. Oof. I think he gets him a couple of times. Slaw says, who are your 3 players to watch for the Hogs this season in football? I think Taylor Green's a no-brainer.
Obvious.
Mike Washington. Defensively, I want to watch Quincy Rhodes. I mean, this guy looks like an SEC defensive end. Hell, he looks like an NFL defensive end. I want to see if he can take the glimpses that we saw last year of being an absolute game breaker and make it more consistent to where he's doing it drive in and drive out. That's the kind of guy I want to watch on defense. I'd say Quincy Rhodes, Mike Washington. I don't know at wide receiver. I really don't have a clue which one of these guys are going to step up and be, a lethal weapon. Maybe it's the Jaylen Brown, the speedster from Florida State. Maybe it's C.J. Brown.
Go with Cam Ball on that defensive line. See what he can do.
Yeah. Seth and Cersei says, as a Browns fan, I could always love to see another circus. Well, the Cowboys are a circus always. Here's one from 870 asking, do you have any double R prop bets you got your eye on for Saturday? I looked at them, Joe, and I don't. Just to be honest with you, they're doing first half only because the chances are, Taylor Green, whoever, they're not going to be playing in the second half. So these prop bets are for yardage, touchdowns, whatever, in the first half only. And I didn't see anything I was like blown away by, thinking I got to get some of this.
Yeah, I'm looking through them now. But for Randy, there are so many that are there. You can find something. Let's see. Yeah. Props for first half. 149 passing yards allowed and under 74.5 rushing yards allowed. Mm-hmm. So if you believe in the defense and what they're able to do first half, and these are all minus, so then you have to get into some that are plus. Mm-hmm. But Braylon Russell, over a half reception and over 7.5 yards receiving.
One catch, 8 yards, you win.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
It's minus 165. Arkansas offense, over 11.5 first downs, over 6.5 rushing first downs. Minus 115.
The only thing that scares me about that, if you have a bunch of big plays, you don't get a bunch of first downs,
Yeah, that's true.
You can have one play, 2 play drives. Look inside the numbers, and a vast majority of Parsons' stats came against teams 500 or under. They were terrible against the run his entire time there, and 1 sack in 4 playoff games. 2 first-rounders in a Pro Bowl. Run-stopping defensive tackle isn't the end of the world. And by the way, I'm not a Dallas Cowboys fan. Okay, thanks for looking at those numbers. Jason in Houston says, hey, Joe, does your new co-host start Tuesday? Laughing out loud. Funny. Once again, I'm not going anywhere. How about the great finish and win for Sylvan Hills last night, 55-54. Fantastic finish. Came down to a 2-point conversion for Maumelle. Maumelle scored with like 5 seconds left to make it a 1-point game. Instead of kicking the extra point to tie it, they went for 2. Sylvan Hills gets a stop. Sylvan Hills breaks a 20-game losing streak. 870 says, doesn't LSU also have number 1 as their best wide receiver and number 7 as their defensive back?
Definitely 7.
Yeah, I'm not sure about 1. DK says, Red Wolves upset SEC team in Little Rock. All right, DK, you can win a lot of money if you believe that, and if it happens. That line will be coming out probably Sunday night on Bet Saracen. J-Dub says, Wes, I tried to find your channel on YouTube. What was it again? The YouTube channel is More Sports. It is set up, ready to go, but until I have a video archived on it, you're not going to see it. So after I do my you'll see it go live on Twitter and Facebook Saturday afternoon or Saturday sometime towards the end of the game. And you can search live on YouTube.
How about doing an introduction video, and then it'll be live. Ooh. And then when you put your first video
then they can
you're
find
good to go.
Look at Joe coming through. That's a brilliant idea. I can just do halftime. Hey, guys, coming up here in about an hour and a half, be sure to join us. First, More Sports, Kevin Kelly, Chris Gregg. We're going to be breaking down the game and talking some high school football.
Yeah.
That's all I have to do. Then it's posted. More Sports is live. Man, thank you, Joe. Great idea. J-Dub has a question, though. Where does Alabama A&M stand in their conference? Do they have a winning record? I know nothing about them. Well, J-Dub, really it doesn't matter what they did in the past because they got a new coaching staff, new head coach, new coordinators. A lot of transfers followed him. He's a Division II coach, followed him from Mills College. So what they've done in the past, it's a brand new team. How is Charlie Collins coming along? That's 870. He's listed as second team defensive end. He's going to get some playing time and a chance to get more playing time if he plays well. Ron in Pine Bluff says, offense wins games, defense wins championships. True. But right now, Ron, I'll take winning games and scoring a lot of points. Baby steps. Want to talk about getting snubbed for the Heisman? Look at Boise State without Genty last night. Yeah. Great stuff, guys. I see some more coming in. We'll hit that later on. Coming up next, we got What's Trending. Savage, sorry, I just saw that you were there. We're up against it. If you want to hold, I'll take you first thing at the top of the hour. Stick around, final hour, next.
Lost in the jungle of administrative agencies? From the Child Maltreatment Registry to professional licensing boards, don't monkey around with your livelihood. When in war, you need the roar. For exceptional communication and exceptional results, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
It's the Labor Day sales event at Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Your chance to save big and drive new. Get behind the wheel of a Tahoe or Colorado with up to $2,500 in loyalty trade-in bonus. No payments until December and low APR financing. Save up to $12,000 on select Silverados. And don't miss the all-new 2025 Chevy Trax. Yours today starting at only $19,997. But hurry, these Labor Day deals end Monday night, and when they're gone, they're gone. Fresh to Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit, restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. And Friday afternoon, it's our first Sonic Blast, Atkins versus Perryville. And Rick Schaefer and I are bringing on Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, Coach Austin Dobbs from Atkins, and Hogsports.com's Trey Biddy, thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai and Genesis of Conway. See you Friday on 103.7 The Buzz.
It's time. It's here. One day until Razorbacks football. On your home of the Hogs in Central Arkansas, 103.7 The Buzz.
Buzz News with KARK's Sincere Tonsil.
The Conway School District will have to remove the 10 commandments from classrooms today. New state law requires the commandments to be on display in public school classrooms. Parents at 4 districts in Northwest Arkansas filed suit in June, saying law amounts to indoctrination and violates their children's rights. A judge issued a temporary injunction blocking the commandments from going up in those districts while the lawsuit plays out. A group of Conway parents filed to add their district to that suit. Now a federal judge is ordering Conway schools to remove the displays from all classrooms and libraries by 5 this evening. Several businesses in Sheridan are dealing with a raffle ticket scam. Now employees are warning others to be cautious. Investigators say a woman claiming to be with Arkansas Baptist Children and Family Ministries approached employees in at least 3 stores. She sold them $5 raffle tickets under the guise of providing better care for kids. She said the raffle prizes included $3,000 cash, deer stands, and a trip to Branson. But the folks behind the real nonprofit don't know anything about this alleged fundraiser. I'm Sincere Tonsel from KRK4 Today for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
Cloudy skies and a bit of patchy fog out the door early this morning, but as we move towards the afternoon hours, we'll have clearing skies, turning about partly cloudy for the second half of your Friday as temperatures warm up today into the upper 70s and the lower 80s. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Benihana Happy Hour Specials, $3, $6, $9. Sushi, food, and cocktails. Available 5 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday at Benihana Bar.
Edwards Food Giant presents Razorback Baseball color analyst and Drive Time Sports co-host Rick Schaefer every Tuesday morning on Morning Mayhem. Rick will share his special take on Razorback sports with the guys each week. Edwards Food Giant, the meat people, the only stop you'll ever have to make for your family's groceries.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus no payments for 90 days on select Hyundai models. Only at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in today. Offers end September 2nd. Call 469-405-7740 for details.
Ray Tucker with good news for enthusiasts of Triumph motorcycles. Honda of North Little Rock now carries the legendary classics and cutting-edge rides. We have the Bonneville Bomber, Daytona 600, the TF450X, the Stunning Elvis Presley Edition, and the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. You get the idea. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Go to The Warehouse, 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot, Arkansas's trusted source for quality flooring, including SPC vinyl waterproof flooring starting at $139 a square foot, tile starting at 59 cents a square foot, next-gen waterproof hardwood, and many other building materials at unbeatable prices. Contractor, home builder, or DIYer, we've got what you need, in stock and ready to go. Go see the Flooring King, The Warehouse, and Natural State Wholesale, building better naturally.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you are looking for a safe and loving home for you or your loved one, visit Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center. Just 15 minutes from Little Rock and Benton, our skilled nursing staff is dedicated to providing quality long-term care and short-term therapy. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com. You can call Heartland home.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by the Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio, this is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
All right, here we go. Final hour of the week. Final hour to talk college football before the season gets kicked off for a lot of teams tonight and tomorrow. And high school football. Full slate tonight. I said we'd start with Savage if he held during the break. He did. So here we go. Savage, what's going on? Thank you for holding.
Oh, no problem. Guys, sometimes you got situations or different players that become a cancer in the locker room. And what became that with Michael Parsons, I'm just glad they take a deep breath and they can focus on their team instead of that situation. And when he gets green ready, he freezes his ass off. I'm going to get off here.
Thanks, Savage. I do not think he was a cancer to the locker room, and I don't know if the players are happy. I do not think they're happy he's gone. They value the production that he had, and they know that it's a loss on the field. I was listening to Mickey and a couple of the guys yesterday afternoon with some kind of instant reaction to the trade, and the bottom line was the host asked the three guys, is Dallas a better football team right now than they were earlier this morning? And all three of them said no. No, there's no way. Mm-mm.
Dynamic player there, you gave him up, and it's going to take more than one player to fill in the gaps there. But it's funny what Savage just mentioned. That was something that was thrown out yesterday. How effective could Micah Parsons be in the cold? And I'm like, the guy is from Pennsylvania. He played at Penn State.
Yeah.
So, why is that even a question?
Yeah.
And players adapt to that. I mean, you hear players that'll say they don't like cold weather, but if you play in a cold weather city, you're going to adjust to it.
Get used to it.
What's trending in sports is brought to you by Arkansas's own West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock Coffee, the Razorbacks, and their 1.5 million farmers around the globe. It's fall, so now it's time for your team to stock up on coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Contact them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA today.
Michael Parsons, hey, look, you can report all you want. There's no way they're allowing Michael Parsons to go anywhere. All of it, all of this is part of the negotiations. And as I talked to Jerry the other day on my podcast, and he was talking about it the other day when he tried to make that offer, he said somebody told him to shove it up his rear and all of that. Honestly, it blew my mind. It blew my mind that any kind of conversation like that would be going on in a situation like this. Michael Parsons, I want him to take control of this thing and say, I don't care about you two and whatever y'all got going. Get your butts in a room and get my money on that paper. That's what you need to be doing. So I'm hoping that's what gets done. But I guarantee Michael Parsons not going anywhere. Jerry's not that crazy. This is all what we call just negotiation stuff.
Oops.
Green Bay Packers were one of multiple suitors interested in Parsons, and this afternoon, Micah Parsons' agent used the leverage. David Melgetta used the leverage that he had to negotiate a 4-year, $188 million contract that makes Parsons the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. In an offseason full of pass rusher deals, Micah Parsons lands the biggest one of all with $136 million in guaranteed money.
Well, I got to admit, I was with Michael Irvin. I did not think he would get traded.
It almost sounded like he said Michael when he was talking about Micah Parsons. And it's funny, whenever Minkah Fitzpatrick was traded and Steve Smith Sr. was talking about him, he kept calling him Micah, like Micah Fitzpatrick. But I think he was thinking about Micah Parsons simply because those were two big stories at the same time. Minkah Fitzpatrick gets traded. Micah Parsons, they're talking about his contract situation. So he kept calling Minkah Micah.
All right, one more time. We get to hear from Jerry Jones. This time he's talking about getting 2 first-round picks.
The other thing that I want to say is we not only gives us 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years, we not only do that, nothing says we can't use some of those picks right now to go get somebody right now. Don't rule that out.
Huh?
Yeah, so what he's saying is those picks, they're future picks, but they can use those and turn them to go get a player right now. Now, that's yet to be seen, but it's an option. It's something they could do.
Max Crosby still won out?
Nah, he got paid. He's satisfied. And how much sense would that make if you didn't want to pay somebody and then you bring you're trying to go get somebody else?
But you wouldn't have to pay him $47 million.
I think he would want a bump, though, something. And he is sitting at roughly about $12 million less per year.
35.
Yeah.
All right, now to the Falcons, Atlanta. Let's hear from their quarterback, Michael Penix, on Bijan Robinson. You know, I heard the other day he's changed his name.
Did he really?
Yeah. How he's saying his name?
Oh, Bijan.
He's clarified. He clarified it.
Right.
Because everybody's been calling him something in
Bijan.
like two or three different ways. In Texas, then he clarified it. Now he's clarified it again. I don't know what the hell his name is.
Bijan
Robinson.
One thing I love about what you do on the outside zone is that you're going to threaten some kind of boot look.
Right.
And it would drive me crazy. Not you. Most of the kids I coached, they couldn't help but look back.
Yeah.
They 2 steps into their roll away, they're like this. Not you.
So sometimes
you're pretty disciplined.
I will be honest. Sometimes I do look back. My reason for looking back is because I don't want to miss what Bijan is about to do.
Yeah. Well, that's a fair answer.
Sometimes I'm like, okay, if I know the defensive end is out of the picture,
you held him,
and who I held him, I'm like, all right, what is Bijan about to do today?
Yeah, you did your job. I think the listeners don't understand. Your job is to make that backside end not crash.
Exactly. So if that backside end makes the tackle and we're not blocking him, that's my fault.
Yep.
If he doesn't make the tackle, I did what I was supposed to do. But yeah, I do. We get coached very hard on that. DJ, he does a great job always telling me, like, hey, carry out your fake, because it matters.
Yeah.
It's important. And obviously, that's just me doing my part on the run game. Those guys do their part on the pass game. Bijan got to protect. For me now, I got to protect him whenever he's running away. I got to protect him from that backside defensive end. So, I just always make sure I'm doing my best at that. But I do like to see what Bijan do when he got the ball.
It's hard not to enjoy the show when he rushes for 1,400 yards and double-digit touchdowns because something good is going to happen.
Exactly.
My point, he's Robinson.
He's still gonna get called his name 3 or 4 different ways. But I mean, that's what you like, though. For someone's name, you want to hear it from them, how they want it to be said, and you go from there. If you can say it right, you can say it right. If you don't, that's really your problem more so than it is their problem.
It was Ian Fitzsimmons on ESPN Radio because he covers Texas a lot and was on the sideline, and he was talking to him and got a clarification. He's like, dude, I've been calling you this for like 3 years now. He's like, don't worry, everybody's been calling me that. He's like, why haven't you corrected me until now? It was funny. Let's go to Tennessee. Calvin Ridley on Cam Ward. He was named captain.
He came in like it was his team, It was no brainer that he was going to get picked because he breaks the huddle down. He talks to the whole team. He's easily a leader on this team.
Like to see that rookie taking over. Not only the confidence being the number 1 pick and being the guy, but he comes in and becomes the guy in the locker room. That'll help the Titans. Hunter Henry made the roster for the Patriots, 10th year in the NFL. I saw his dad tweet it out. I was like, wow. Hunter's been in the
That
NFL
time
10
flies.
years.
That time goes by fast.
I remember him at PA. It seems like he was at PA not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
So he's played at Arkansas 10 years in the NFL, but another great honor for Hunter Henry.
Ron Burton Community Service Award is the highest individual honor given by the Patriots to a player. Hunter, as a veteran on this team, you've seen the types of teammates who've won this award before you. What does it mean to join that group of men?
It means a lot. Greats as in David Andrews, Matthew Slater, Devin McCourty, Schooler, Dietrich Wise, just to name a few. I mean, tremendous men, guys I looked up to in the locker room that did a lot in this community. So to kind of be in the same, realm and names as those guys is a big honor.
You're so active in the community with both the Patriots Foundation and then on your own as well. What drives you to give back?
I feel very called to serve in a big way. I feel like God's called me to serve. That's the number one thing He asks of me. And also, I think just my family as well. Parker's loves my wife and 2 kids. We love getting out together, and it's a big thing in our family that we want to. We've been privileged in a big way to be where we are and have this platform and have this pedestal. But why not put it some joy and cheer in some other people's life? And so that's super important for us.
He's making a lot of people proud, and being from Little Rock and from Arkansas, a Razorback, when you hear something like that, that is awesome. Kevin Stefanski, the Browns also named their captains. Here he is on the new captains.
Captains this year, as voted by the players. On offense, Joel Bitonio, Joe Flacco. On defense, Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, and special teams, Corey Bojorquez. So great honor for those guys. It always means something when your peers, when your teammates make those selections.
So not only did Flacco win the starting job, his teammates see him as a captain.
Most of the time, that's what you want to see. You want your quarterback to be a captain. And even if it's in a situation like Cam Ward being a rookie, he came in, took control, he's number 1 overall pick. It doesn't always happen, but you love to see that.
Remember, I think it was Coach Kelly was saying one time to us, if you got a little quarterback competition, all you got to do is ask the room. They know who the starter is.
Yeah.
It shows with the Browns by naming him captain. They knew who the guy was. All right, Mike McDaniel. All right, talking about the rivalries uniforms. I saw something about who was it? The Seahawks put out theirs yesterday?
Yeah, it's AFC East against NFC West.
So it's just going to be whenever those two teams play each other for those two divisions, they're going to wear those special uniforms. I saw the Seahawks. I thought they looked sharp. Here's Mike McDaniel.
I've been reassured that every player will have the same uniform. So that's my starting point of importance. And then, I think it's cool to have our own shade of blue at nighttime. So that's what I got.
So I want to like Mike McDaniel, but he is a horrific speaker.
I love hearing him speak, actually.
What did you like about that?
He's funny. He's funny. I like hearing him.
Was that
I've been reassured that every player will have the same uniform. So that's my starting point of importance. And then, I think it's cool to have our own shade of blue at nighttime. So that's what I got.
He has fun with the media. So that's taken out of context.
Yeah.
But if you hear the before and the after with it, he has fun and has back and forth with the media.
All right, I'll give him that then. I'll give him some grace. There were 9 in there and so's. I mean, we used to have a bell. Remember Navy Mike used to call in, and he was famous for the ums, and I would ring the bell for every And we were hoping to get through, because sometimes you don't realize you do it until it's pointed out. So we were trying to help him out. And Mike McDaniel had 9 ums. College football now. Rick Neuheisel. He's got thoughts on Miami Notre Dame. That is Sunday night?
Yes.
Is it night?
Yep.
It's a night game? Okay. I think there will be a lot of people in this state interested in that game, getting a little scouting report on Notre Dame and see what they look like. Neuheisel, his thoughts, Miami Notre Dame.
The experience of being on the road last year and winning at Texas A&M is going to play great dividends here. They've done this before. They've gone on the road, a night game in that environment, and they found a way to win. The difference is, and C.J. Carr is a grandson of a coach. Lloyd Carr, the old Michigan coach, is his granddad.
You're really on the family tree.
Well, I'm just pointing out this guy grew up around.
Sponsored by 23.
But he's still a rookie, which means they're going to be very, very careful with him. And the question is, can you win a game in that environment being careful with your quarterback when the other side has Carson Beck, a guy who's played in these games over and over again and is now going into his last year of college football? I'm going to go with Miami. He's got a big-time receiver coming over from LSU, C.J. Daniels, excuse me, and I think that will help. Remember, Georgia dropped a lot of balls on him last year. I'm looking forward to watching Carson Beck play. I'm going to take Miami.
Wow. Okay. I didn't see that one coming.
That's going to be one of our picks, just to preview it coming up.
Okay. Let's go to Major League Baseball real quick. Giants, Cubs.
Line drive, base hit. They're going to wave in the runner. Here's the throw home. This game is over. Jung-Hoo Lee with the hit. And the Giants win their 5th in a row.
Kyle Schwarber had a nice week yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. And had a chance. He had 4 home runs, had a chance for a 5th. A position player was pitching to him, and he didn't take advantage of that one.
Oh.
And that one is smoked deep to right field toward the second deck. So the home run for Kyle Schwarber, his 46th of the year. It's his 5th home run in his last 10 games against the Braves. That one is drilled deep to right field toward the pole. Gone! Second home run of the night. This one a 2-run shot. 47 on the year. That one's the opposite way. Profar's going back. It's carrying pretty well. It is gone! It's a 3 home run night. It's his 4th one of his career. He decided to go oppo. 15-3 Phils. That one's drilled deep to right field. He has done it. 4 home runs in a game. A 3-run home run.
You know what stands out to me is the crowd and how loud they were on that 4th home run and even the 3rd. The score of the game. You know, you get a game like that, it's a blowout. People head for the outs, try to get out, beat the crowd.
Oh, they wanted to see it.
They were sticking around for this.
They were entertained. They wanted to see it.
After 3, they're like, no, honey, we're not leaving. We got a chance to see history tonight. We're sticking around for this.
So now he sits at 49, 1 behind Cal Raleigh, who's at 50.
Nice. All right, last clip for you. Dana White. We've talked about this a couple of times, the big event at the White House. Here's Dana White with an update.
I had a great day. Just about to take off here from Washington, D.C. We had the meeting at the White House. Could not have gone better. This is going to be awesome. White House fight is on. The White House fight is on. I will have more details on that in the next couple weeks. But we got it done today.
So that is set for July 4th of next year?
July 4th, 2026, on the White House lawn, celebrating 250 years for U.S. and having a big fight event there for UFC.
And that's a Saturday.
Yeah, perfect.
Right? Yeah. July 4th is a Saturday next year. That's huge. That'd be huge.
Travis Kelce's jersey sales have spiked since announcing the engagement to Taylor Swift. And NFL betting. We talk about Bet Saracen and being the best place to go get some wagering options. NFL betting is predicted to reach $30 billion this year.
Billion.
30 billion.
B with a billion.
Yes.
Well, and that's unfortunately there's a percentage of that needs to stop. That's offshore. That needs to become illegal in the state of Arkansas, and they hopefully will get in control of that and can help out some of our friends.
May make it spike even more.
Well, then I think very well could, because who's controlling that? Who's watching over that? Who's governing that? Policing that? Just throwing it out there for those who do that. Go to Bet Saracen instead. Well, you know you're going to get paid when you win. You know it.
Oh, absolutely.
I've heard horror stories. All right, we got to take a break. Sorry. Stood on the soapbox for a second. Just irritating. And you don't get taxed on it. State's not getting any money off of that. Other countries are making money off it. Okay, I'm getting back off my soapbox. Coming up next, we're going to make some picks. Our first Pick'em contest of the year. The first of many to come. Joe and I's picks coming up next. Then we'll wrap this thing up. Get ready for Drive Time Sports. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on Out of Bounds by Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville.
This is Sports Center.
Last night in college football, 25th-ranked Boise State fell to unranked South Florida 34-7. Central Arkansas lost to Missouri 61-6. Their next game will be against Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Conway next Saturday. Tonight, one SEC team will be in action. Auburn will travel to Waco to take on Baylor at 7 o'clock on Fox. Tomorrow, Arkansas gets their season kicked off hosting Alabama A&M at 3:15. TV coverage will be on the SEC Network. Radio coverage on The Buzz will start at 11 with the Hog Wild pregame show thanks to Mud Connections. Stay tuned after the game for the First Security fifth quarter postgame show. And Arkansas State plays tomorrow as well as they host Southeast Missouri at 6 o'clock. That game can be seen on ESPN+. Radio coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz too. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse presents Match Game on Morning Mayhem. Listen for your chance to play their version of the classic TV game show. Brought to you by Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse, Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters for over 30 years. Call 501-568-0040 today or click online at arkansastruck.com.
It's the Labor Day sales event at Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Your chance to save big and drive new. Get behind the wheel of a Tahoe or Colorado with up to $2,500 in loyalty trade-in bonus. No payments until December and low APR financing. Save up to $12,000 on select Silverados. And don't miss the all-new 2025 Chevy Trax. Yours today starting at only $19,997. But hurry, these Labor Day deals end Monday night. And when they're gone, they're gone. Fresh to Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit, restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spray. Or stop by 65th and University.
Touchdown, Arkansas! Fall Saturdays in Arkansas are made for football. Tailgating, the Hog Walk in Hogtown, running through the A, and more return to Razorback Stadium as Razorback football takes on Alabama A&M in Fayetteville to kick off the 2025 season. Tickets are on sale now, including tickets to Big Red's Rooftop Bar, all beginning at just $20. Call the Hogs and experience game day on the hill at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
It's the end-of-season blowout sale going on now at Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. Save 10 to 75% off store-wide, including Pollywood furniture, Prowler, and BeatBot automatic pool cleaners, in-stock toys, games, and floats. Use savings on all pool chemicals. Get this, truckload pricing on hot tubs. With a hot tub purchase, you get a free cover lifter and steps. Savings of about $1,000. Luxury Pool and Spa is giving away a Pentair variable speed pump and automatic pool cleaner. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com for more info.
Looking for adventure on 2 wheels or 4? Honda of Russellville has the largest Honda selection in the entire state. ATVs, motorcycles, dirt bikes, scooters, and side-by-sides, all priced to move. From the trail to the mud and back again. Check out our Mud Pro series featuring Ranchers, Foremans, and Rubicons. Want more power? Try our Mud Slayer packages on Pioneers and Talons. From mild to wild, Honda of Russellville has exactly what you're looking for. Visit us on Facebook or check out HondaofRussellville.com.
Out of Bounds, live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio.
Aye, Mustard on the beat, Debo, any rap. He a free throw, man down, call like Amber Lambs. Tell him free, bro. Nella to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni? Trying to see Compton, the industry can hate me. For Marlon, they mama, how many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walk him down whole time, I know he got some on him. Pull on him, extort, bully the flow on him.
All right, welcome back. Here we go. For the first time this season, Joe and I will make our picks. Last year, you won by one game?
Two games.
Came down
to the last game.
Super
It would
Bowl,
have either
right?
been tied or 2 games. So, yep.
That's right. You were up 1. I took the Chiefs. You took the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good competition.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was great competition coming down to that last game. Hey, yesterday also with that Cincinnati-Nebraska game, with it being at Arrowhead, that was a big deal with Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey brothers, Taylor Swift, all there.
They were there.
Yeah, and so it made you think about the announcement that they made of the engagement. They knew that they were going to make a public appearance soon, and the camera was going to be on her. They were going to see the ring. There would have been a lot of talk, a lot of questions, but when you address it the way they did, it's already out there.
Now, there would have been a firestorm. They showed her, and she's got a big ring on.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa, wait a second. What happened here? And then the talk would have started, and he'd had to address it all weekend, all next week, but right before the first game, it's done with. It's over.
Here's the other thing. So Kelsey brothers went to Cincinnati, and then Patrick Mahomes is a mentor to Nebraska's quarterback.
Oh, that's right.
Who looks up to him. So they were kind of on opposite sides there.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
It was cool, though.
I never saw. Who won?
Nebraska.
Nebraska?
On an interception to end the game, an interception in the end zone.
Oh, wow!
It was on a long pass.
Oh, okay.
Though. It wasn't
like
that
a
they
Hail
were in the red
Mary
zone
or something.
Was
a Hail
no,
Mary?
not a Hail Mary, but just taking a shot.
Yeah.
At the end of the game.
Last play?
Not last play. It was seconds left.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
maybe 40 seconds, 40-some seconds.
I'll be honest with you. We got sucked into the Sylvan Hills Maumelle game. We had it on and sat there and watched the final 2 drives. And I mean, it was such a great game back and forth with all the scoring. And when Maumelle scored with, I think, 5 seconds left, we had been debating. I was like, no, they got to go for 2. You got to go for 2 here. You don't want the tie in non-conference. And you know, can you trust your field goal kicker? No, go for 2. And they've been running the ball so well. I was like, they're going for 2. Sure enough, they went for 2, and Sylvan Hills got the stop.
Games coming down to the last minute. Something that was great for Nebraska fans is they're so used to, in the last couple of years, being close and losing those games at the end. Mm-hmm. So they were all wearing shirts saying, we almost won again this time or whatever, and they actually did come away with a win. So it was the thrill of coming away with a close win and a really competitive game.
Yeah, we'll see if that kind of catapults their season. All right, let's do it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games that we're going to pick. Of course, all college football games. We're going to start with tonight's game: Auburn at Baylor.
Auburn at Baylor, and this is one kind of to go back and forth on. Baylor being the home team, Auburn don't know a lot about them and how their roster has been turned over, but taking a chance here. Taking Auburn on the road.
Good. I think that's fitting. We disagree on the first game of the year. I'm going to go with the home team, Baylor, going with the Bears. Auburn had problems with the turnovers this year. They got to fix that this year. But I'm counting on the home team and Baylor. And I think they got a nice team. As Lee Sterling pointed out, they have a lot of starters coming back. Now, last year, he also pointed out they didn't beat a lot of quality teams, but this year they get a chance to beat a quality team in game one, or at least an SEC team. We'll find out what kind of quality Auburn is, but I'm going Baylor.
Georgia Tech at Colorado, and another case of rosters being turned over, and this is something that Colorado is going to do every year, but the difference being now without the two Sanders, without Travis Hunter, and some of those receivers that they had that have made an impact on NFL rosters already. So you're going to see a totally different team here.
I'm going to go with the established starting quarterback, Haynes King.
Yes.
I think he's the key to this game. I like Georgia Tech to go in and get that first victory. I'm not saying Colorado is going to be bad this year. I think it's going to they'll go through some growing pains. It's a tough start. You know, we've talked about this before. When you have a brand new roster, you would like to have a cupcake maybe in week one and kind of get a little tougher. And as your team grows, Colorado doesn't have that fortune this year. They're starting with a difficult game. I haven't seen the line on this.
Georgia Tech went in and made a big surprise last year to begin the season. But
that's right. They beat Florida State to kick off the year in overseas in Ireland. Yeah. Who'd you take?
I'm taking Colorado at home. Yeah. Have a lot of trust in Coach Prime that he got some quality players in there in good positions, so taking them at home.
Okay. Texas, Ohio State.
1 versus 3. I'm going with 1. I'm going with the road team here. I'm going with Texas. Going with Arch Manning and the talented roster they have. Both these teams have talented rosters.
Okay, we finally agree. I'm going with Texas too. I think they go on the road. They've done this before. I think they've got a very good roster, like you said, and they've surrounded Arch with talent. I think Texas gets the job done. Alabama at Florida State. I'll go first. I think this is I agree with Lee. I think Alabama's got a very talented roster. I know Florida State wants to turn things around after last year, but I'm going with Alabama, even with the new quarterback. Actually, both have new quarterbacks, but I have more faith in the rest of the team, kind of like Texas. I think they have a very talented roster, and that pays off, and they go down there and get it done.
I think Florida State can pull off some surprises this year and be a better team overall. Don't think this is the game for it to begin. Going Alabama.
Okay.
Alabama A&M at Arkansas. And we know where we're going to go here, but give a score.
Okay. It's funny. When I was down in Baton Rouge a couple weeks ago for that golf tournament, everybody's like, who does Arkansas open this season with? I'm like, Alabama. A&M. Alabama. A&M. Arkansas, let's see here. Let's go with 8 touchdowns, 56, a field goal, 59-3.
Okay. We have similar scores. I'm going 63-3. Okay. LSU at Clemson.
Ooh.
Battle of the Tigers.
Yeah.
Battle of Death Valleys.
I know there's an emphasis on Brian Kelly with this year's team to finally get the season off on a win. Everybody's preaching it. Was it 5 straight years LSU has lost the first game of the season?
They're playing these big-time matchups.
But yes, they hadn't lost to Cupcakes. There's a trend there. I'm riding the trend. If they were playing this neutral, if they were playing this in Baton Rouge, I would go with LSU. But going to Clemson.
And Clemson's the favorite.
They are.
The higher-ranked team.
Yeah, okay. I'll go with Clemson.
I'm going LSU.
All right.
And the past few years, I've gone against LSU, and it didn't have anything to do with the history. It's just the team on the other side felt better about them. And those were more so neutral site games, and they played some of those, and they played some home games. Mm-hmm. But the one specifically last year was a neutral site game. This year it's back to a home and home with Clemson, LSU. Going LSU, though. Pull off the road victory.
Cool.
Notre Dame at Miami.
Yeah, look, I love Neuheisel. Anytime he's on a show, I love listening to him. But I can't go with Miami. And I like some of the moves that they made in the offseason.
Carson Beck.
Yeah, I think he's a good quarterback. He just had a difficult year and the injuries and And like you said, they didn't play well for him. There were some opportunities that his teammates didn't capitalize on. But I think Notre Dame is loaded at other positions besides quarterback, and this is a game where they can just hand the ball off and run, and then we'll play action pass, hit them over the top. I don't know that you have to go full out and have to rely on the quarterback to win this game. I think their defense and the running game's good enough to where Notre Dame beats Miami.
Interested to see where the gap is. Notre Dame lost a lot. Miami, they hit the portal hard.
Mm-hmm.
So does that gap shorten a little bit and get smaller? I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going with Miami.
Okay.
TCU at North Carolina to end it, and this is a Monday night game, so we get a chance to see Coach Belichick in the first action there. And TCU is they're a good team. I'm going to go with the home team here, going with UNC, Carolina.
Yeah, me too. I think the infusion and Belichick and the just the excitement being at home, the environment's going to be great. Monday night game. It's going to be difficult for TCU. Not impossible, but I don't see Belichick losing his first game. I don't. So I'm going North Carolina.
There it is.
I mean, we disagree on 1, 2, 3, 4. Half the games we disagreed on.
That'll get us off to a good start one way or another.
I will probably split those 4 and go 6-2.
There you go.
All right, we'll take a break, our final break of the day. When we come back, we'll wrap it up with the D3 Auto Sales text line. Don't forget, you can always hit us on the Gwatney Chevrolet live fan feedback. If you're listening or watching online, 1037thebuzz.com. Be sure to use that feature and get in touch with us. Pre-reading some of the D3 Auto Sales text lines. You guys are funny. We'll hit that when we come back. We can take a phone call. 661-1037. It's Out of Bounds.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
We got the big deals at the Big Rock. Got the big deals at the Big Rock.
Hey Arkansas, it's Terry Harrison at the Big Lot, where you'll find the biggest selection, the biggest savings, and now you'll find Big Steve Landers.
That's right, Arkansas. I'm back in the car business at the Big Lot. Don't be confused. The real Steve Landers deals are at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram.
Come see me and Big Steve at the Big Lot, Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alco Road in Benton.
The Big Lot Benton.
Calling all agents for the $950,000 Agent 7 operation at Southland Casino Hotel. Earn entries daily in August and September to win huge free play prizes or a 2025 BMW. Join us August 30th and September 27th when 10 lucky spies will win up to $10,007 in free play or your own getaway car. A 2025 BMW. You've got your mission. Agent 7 operation at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
This Labor Day, the Home Depot is here to help you prep for the season. So no matter what you're working on, you can get your backyard ready for all the fall festivities. Refresh your garden with savings on a wide selection of colorful mums. Liven up your outdoor space with vibrant string lights. And find the perfect grill for your backyard barbecues this season from our wide selection of grills under $300. Get your fall project started this Labor Day at the Home Depot.
Proudly serving Little Rock and the surrounding areas, All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros is your trusted one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. We know that tire needs and auto repair services can be stressful and unplanned, but at All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, we offer fast and simple financing for everyone. Whether you're looking for new tires or any kind of auto repair, we have your financing needs covered. Visit us in Mapleville or Little Rock today or online at allabouttireandbrake.com. Tire Pros. Love the drive.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See Shelter agents Matt Wharton, Jamie Marsh, or Richard Yeager in Little Rock today.
If I was a football coach wanting to motivate my team for the upcoming season, I'd load them on a bus and take them to Genesis of Conway. Let them know what winning looks like when you're committed to performance. You're going to find that commitment in every car you see and in every over-the-top service they offer. Oh, my team would be so fired up, they'd go undefeated. My offense would become known for their long drives, thanks to Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio. Gwatney Chevrolet, driving, trust every mile.
Welcome back. Let's do this. Final segment of the week. We gave you our Arkansas, Alabama A&M score. I'm going 59-3. Joe says 63-3. Ready to
we're in the same ballpark.
Yeah, we are.
Got a text from DJ. DJ says Alabama A&M will score 14 to 21 points.
Ooh.
That would be a bad deal. They score a couple of touchdowns minimum.
The only way I'm okay with 14 or 21 points is if it's a 7-point game and then late in the fourth quarter, sometime in the fourth quarter against a bunch of the backups, they score another touchdown, then I'm okay with that. 21 is hard for me to swallow.
Yeah, that'd be bad. But he says his final score prediction, 48-14.
If it's 48-7 and they score the late touchdown, I'll be okay. But if it's 48-14 and yeah, I'll be disappointed. But
it'd be really bad if it was like 14-14 and then they went on to score 34.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would show that they dominated after a certain point, but it would just show that early they were struggling.
Yeah. Okay. If it's 7 touchdowns and they miss an extra point to make it 48, I'll be a little better. You know, I'm like, okay, that's 7 scores over, 3 quarters, 3.5. But, ooh, I hope, DJ, you're not right on that. All right, let's go to the D3 Auto Sales text line and get caught back up. Thank you guys for participating in the show today. It's been a lot of fun. Let's see here. Wes, what's up with the rooftop bar at the stadium? Is it open the night before the games? Do you need a ticket to get up there? I saw them put something on Twitter that it would be, I think, open tonight. That the come join the stadium, enjoy the Red Stadium, the rooftop bar, and the red glow. Check the Razorbacks Twitter. I'm pretty sure I saw that yesterday. It better be open. They need to make some money. There's one way to make some money.
Got to take advantage of it. This is why they made it.
Yeah. What do you guys think the first touchdown play for Arkansas is tomorrow? Who scores it, offense or defense?
Offense.
Yeah, offense. I'm going Mike Washington. Got to go with Mike Washington. Mike Washington touchdown run. Hey, guys, it's Ralph listening to you on the way to Atkins. What's up, Ralph? First year for our first Sonic Blast. Perryville visits Atkins. Great game. Great game. There we go. I like it. Thank you, Ralph. Everyone thought Jerry was crazy for trading Herschel Walker, too. Yeah. You know, that was well documented in the Netflix documentary that, at first it was 5 players. I didn't remember that. And they're talking about the trade, the ESPN, the old flashback to ESPN. They're talking about the 5 players they're trading for. And I'm sitting there and going, I thought they got draft picks out of that. And then they talk about it. There was a clause in there that if the Cowboys cut those players actually turn into draft picks. And so Jerry cut all 5.
He had a plan right away.
He did. And Jerry said, I called their GM and told him, hey, we're cutting these guys. And they're like, no, you're not. You wouldn't do that. Yes, I would. And that's exactly what he did. So maybe you're right. And they'll parlay those first-round picks into something great to help turn the team around or to get them over the hump. Ron in Pine Bluff says, best to you for your new gig. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate you. Drew in Little Rock says the Packers need 3 more Jerry Jones to get to another Super Bowl. 3 more of his players in bad trades. Is that what you're saying? Wes, what is just as bad? All the uhs and the ums or the you knows and the ones who say right at the end of every sentence? They're all annoying, right? See what I did? Zach in Palestine. Did either of y'all see any of the Minnesota game? Arkansas got quite a bit of airtime. Not good airtime. Pretty much being blasted for not offering Lindsey with him being a Razorback legacy.
He played well.
I didn't see it. I don't even know who won.
Oh, Minnesota, but was it? Yeah, Brian was all over Buffalo as far as the points.
Yeah.
17.5, so they covered.
They did cover?
Yeah, well, I'm saying Buffalo did.
Yeah, Buffalo covered.
So they won, and but Minnesota won the game overall. It was a close game, and he had some good moments.
Good. I always liked him. Jason in Houston says, great final show, Wes. Best of luck for you and your endeavors. Thank you, Jason. I will be back here Tuesday. Angry Buckeye. You guys were my friends. Oh, because we took Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, but you're Angry Buckeye. That should make you angry, which makes you happy that we made you angry. It's angrier Buckeye after our picks. Angry Buckeye, just for you, I hope I'm wrong. I mean, nothing would make me actually happier than to be wrong and Texas lose the game. I would be thrilled about being wrong. And I would be thrilled for you, Angry Buckeye.
Hey, they said there was some talk about Ohio State because they're going to broadcast. Game day is going to be there and all the setup. But they said Ohio State fans, they expect to win every game. And last year they had some adversity, but they were able to come away with a national championship. But to Angry Buckeye's point, their fans, they expect to win every game.
No doubt. I saw a tweet. Kirk Herbstreit was on some podcast, some show, and he said that College Game Day is going to Oklahoma next week.
Oh, they already got it decided.
He's already let the cat out of the bag. I haven't looked ahead. I don't know who Oklahoma's playing next week. But he did say where ESPN is going. 501 writes in and says, which are you more tired of hearing about? Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce or Bill Belichick and his girlfriend? Or both?
It may be neck and neck.
Yeah. Well, Belichick and his girlfriend, once all that died down, it's gone away. There hasn't been a whole lot.
No. Recently they filed to trademark Gold Digger because she has a jewelry line. So they want to name that the jewelry line, Gold Digger.
Gold Digger. Well, I think that's clever.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
Capitalize on it. All right. Meat Pig. 53-11. Washington. Rushing touchdown. All right. I think that's maybe that was for Randy and it was too late. Wouldn't you expect to win if you paid $20 million? What's he talking about?
I guess if he's talking about Micah Parsons.
Maybe. One more for Ron. Hogs are undefeated. Yes, they are. And they better be undefeated when we're talking to you Tuesday at this time. Michigan is at OU next week. Oh, okay. No-brainer. Thank you for clarifying. 606. Appreciate that text. Kevin Bohannon's just entered the studio a little early for us. Getting ready for Drive Time Sports. Big Friday night. High school football. I got your mic on. You can talk into it. Glad you're coming in a little early. How about the end to last night's game, Sylvan Hill and Maumelles? What a game. I hated the ending, but I was happy for Sylvan Hills. Not the end of the world for Maumelle. It's a non-conference game, but still, it was a great high school football game.
It really was, and Sylvan Hills, their first win since 2022. They've been on a 20-game losing streak. And for the tradition that's been there, Ron Sebastian, Jim Withrow, they've had a great run up until the last few years. So, Chris Hill took them to the semifinals 4 years ago. So to see them come out, they had 657 yards of offense.
Oh, my gosh.
92 plays in a high school football game. Mark Kelly wants to go fast. He goes fast. I remember my first year at Sylvan Hills, he was the offensive coordinator at Greenbrier, and we had practiced for it all week. We were sending 2 offenses out there. They were snapping the ball when our DC was sending in the play. So we learned pretty quick. So, yeah, great job by Sylvan Hills last night. Tough call. It happens in high school football. You don't have an instant replay. They don't have 7-man crews. I've heard they're going to go to them in the playoffs this year and the championship game.
Oh, that would be great.
That'll be great because you'd have 2 in the back, a center judge, and an umpire. So, yeah, great start to the high school football season as it was on Fearless Friday last night. And we're excited about our first Sonic Blast up in Atkins today. Randy's up there, and him, Barry, and myself will be on for the scoreboard show tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, the Salt Bowl gets a lot of attention, as it deserves.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a huge rivalry
campus.
game back on campus. Yeah. But there are so many other great rivalry games going on tonight,
North
all
side,
across the state.
North side and South side, you got BB and Valonia. One that's not been talked about because it's not really a rivalry game, but Osceola coming to Mills.
Yeah.
Those two played each other in 98 and 99 when Harold James, Bo Mosley that went to Arkansas. They had 7 D1 athletes on that Osceola team under Clinton Gore. So, yeah, a lot of good ones across state. Harmony Grove, Ouachita County, and Junction City. Used to be a conference matchup. Now it's non-conference. So, yeah, really excited about tonight.
I'm excited. We're sending one of our reporters to Warren for Greenbrier Warren. Last year's game was absolutely incredible. And this year, I think they're both really good teams. But I think that's a marquee kind of low, under-the-radar type game tonight.
It definitely is. And Warren's quarterback he went out the first drive last year. So having him back, of course, Bo Embry, they're going to do what they do best. And then you got PA and Robinson. Is that going to be the last time these two play each other? We'll see.
No, the environment out there at Joe T tonight for the little West Little Rock rivalry will be a lot of fun. Now, there are great games, not only in the capital city, but all across Arkansas tonight. Get out and support some high school football tonight. All right, I hope you have a great weekend, 3-day weekend. I'm excited for the Razorback game. I'm excited for my first show. More sports. I'm going to go live after the Razorback game for the first show. Kevin Kelly's going to join me. Chris Gregg, former Razorback, will join me. So look for that. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. And then on Tuesday, we'll have to pile everything in. Get Clint Sterner on here. Coach Z. Fernando Carmona will join us to start the show off Tuesday. How about that? Right when we open the mics, Carmona with us. It's going to be a fun day. Have a great weekend, Joe. Have a great weekend, everybody. Drive Time Sports is next.
It's the Labor Day sales event at Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Your chance to save big